Sorry, y'all. Um, I'm here, so I'm technically a little bit early because I had to reschedule so that I could eat. But I've eaten, and so now I'm ready to go. And so we're gonna get into it. Let me pull up something, y'all, because no, I'm not muted. Refresh the screen. I was muted initially, but I'm not muted anymore. Shout out and hey to everybody who's been waiting here. Let me get my playback up really quickly. Here we are. Yeah, we're going to get into it. There's a few things I want to talk about. I believe I already went on this back end. Let me see. Did I go on the back end and already change everything? Because I think I did. Thanks everybody for waiting. I had to take a little break off of social media, so I hadn't been putting up content. It's just like sometimes like the ridiculousness of being on social media starts to bother you. And so what I did was I decided to take a few days off. And yeah, it's funny, Bernice, because that's the topic we were going to talk about first is this Kayla Nicole. I mean, at the end of the day, bandits are going to be who they are. We already know bandits are who they are. I actually want to show two clips because one is from TikTok. Y'all showed me this clip. And I'm going to really need Black women to stop listening to bandits. The fact that there's a new up and coming, unqualified, failed relationship, hypocritical. I can't get women to cooperate with me. I'm a broke bandit. And the only way I know how to make money is to talk about Black women type dating coach pops up. They get notoriety because Black women still refuse to stop listening to bandits. Largely, they refuse to stop. And bandits are just remedial and dumb. Let me tell y'all something. Now, I told y'all how, hey, Themis, welcome here. Thanks. I kind of miss being on here a little bit. Well, no, not really. Not really. Not really. I didn't. I need more of a longer break. And I'm likely going to take a longer break. I don't think it's going to happen now. But in the very near future, I am going to take a longer break because it's just good to get away from YouTube and, you know, get your mental health in order and things of that sort. So I'm going to. But y'all know how there's an obsession with me in these YouTube streets with bandits. And I told y'all that a lot of people tag me in a lot of stuff. Typically, when people tag me into something, I generally just block them, which is what I'm going to do. So there was this bandit, and I found something that he was doing to be very fascinating, actually. It's fascinating how bandits consistently and constantly get the okie doke pulled on them. And some of you guys may or may not be familiar with this, but there was a man on YouTube. And please, everybody, give Themis the warmest welcome. I'm definitely glad you're here to listen and join. But I get tagged a lot in a lot of stuff. I get tagged a lot by Black male worshipers who are acting like they want to debate me when all they have to do is come up with my purse and then they can debate me. I open up the phone lines. I tell people who have smoke, they can come through. Even now, even though we have certain topics that we're going to get into, if somebody has smoke, we can pause for the cause and get to their smoke. They never do this though. So I got tagged in a post where there was a man on YouTube basically having people vote on who they want to do exposures, mind you. Now, somebody is always trying to expose me. They'll create fake emails, fake text messages. So people come to me all the time and they tell me that somebody is attempting to expose me or whatever. Everybody already know I've been doxxed. My government name has been put all over the internet. There has been rumors and lies spread about me. None of them that has been able to be confirmed, even through people doxing me. I've been doxed on here multiple times. multiple times. Thank you, Miss Poetic said, I love the content, but I love even more you taking time for self and mental care. Yeah, I'm going to constantly be taking time out just because it's just, this gets draining. And it gets draining because at the end of the day, Black people are comfortable with the status quo. They don't really want to change anything at all. But nonetheless, I've been doxxed several times. Everybody already know. Somebody recently just doxed me. I forgot the dude's name. If y'all know his name, y'all can put it in the chat box. So because people come make up all of these lies, like me having been an escort and all that, I don't know why they think that if that was the case, I wouldn't admit to it. Like, I've taken money from men of no color. I will continue to, as long as it's offered. Unlike a lot of people, I have not had to do anything in return. I've never had sex with a man of no color. But I have gotten money from them. I've never kissed one. The most I've done is give one a hug. It just is what it is. I'm not one of those women who is going to get into bed with anybody for money unless I want to. It just is what it is. If I'm not attracted to you, you can't pay me to jump in the bed with you. You can pay me, but you can't pay me to jump in the bed with you. So I think I've been very clear that about my willingness, and it hasn't even just been from men of no color. It's been from Black men, African men, men of no color, Asian men, basically any man who's around who tells me what he's willing to do to get my attention, the money is going to exchange hands. So there's been a number of different rumors. I have cancer. I have a legitimate son, just multiple baby daddies. Like, people have just been lying. Nobody has proved anything because it's essentially not true. I don't have a criminal record. I've never been arrested. The most I've had was like maybe an unpaid parking ticket, an eviction when I was in my 20s, and I was living with a bandit. All that would do is substantiate the bandits can't be providers. That's really all that would. I'm saying this, I don't know what they're trying to prove. I don't know what they're trying to prove. At the end of the day, I'm a college graduate. I already told y'all I'm an educated lame. I am a college graduate with no criminal record. It does not matter how many times you attempt to expose me. It doesn't matter how much you attempt to dox me. That's not going to change. You have a lot of people up here in one breath complaining because I'm saying that we should stop giving birth to Black male children, which I stand 10 toes down on that. There's simply no reason to. And until anybody can provide me with a reason as to why we should, then I'm going to continue to promote that we should not. If you look at the trajectory of where they are headed for, it's very counterproductive to be giving birth to them. The reality is there's absolutely no reason to. All they're doing is committing crimes and terrorizing the community. So absolutely, I'm going to continue to encourage Black women to do this. But what I find interesting is, though, put a 1 in the chat box if y'all know the number 1, because I'm gonna point out to y'all the hypocrisy here. And this is why I don't really take a lot of people in this space seriously, and I won't. Yeah, Toffee-tastic. Imagine you being a weirdo. Like, a lot of these women, people are weirdos. Imagine you shopping in a store, because I was in a Michael Kors store. I already know now that I'm jogging my memory. I didn't see the video. I just now saw it. Somebody put it out in November of last year. When there was this chick that came up to me. I was in Michael Kors. I was trying to do some shopping. And, you know, I was trying to get me some handbags and boots. I actually like Michael Kors. I like the way he styles his stuff. I have a number of different Michael Kors stuff. It's nothing to brag about. It just is what it is. I like the designer. I was in a Michael Kors store. There was this Black chick that came up to me. There was 2 of them, actually. I think one was an older lady. There was 2 of them in there who recognized me. One was an older lady. One was a younger one. The younger one, who I remember was taller and heavier set, came up to me and asked me if I was me, pretended to be a fan or whatever. Meanwhile, and I don't know what this chick was trying to prove. Like, are you trying to prove that I'm out shopping? But anyway, she ended up recording me as I'm checking out in the Michael Kors. Like, the video is on YouTube. Y'all can go look at it if y'all want to. I'm not going to shout out this person's name. I will say I recently saw this person in my comment section, though. I will say that. I recently saw this person in my comment section, but for some reason, this weirdo thought it was smart. I don't know what she was trying to prove or whatever, but something told this weirdo that it was normal to record somebody checking out. Mind you, I was going shopping for a number of different people. I was going shopping for like my best friend. I ended up getting her something. Obviously, I got me something. I think I got me a handbag and a wallet and some boots. I got my friend a hand. I was just in there shopping at the end of the day. And some weirdo decided to record a video of me shopping. I don't know what it was for, but I'm gonna need mentally ill people to get the psychiatric help that they need. I mean, I don't know what you were trying to prove by that, but yeah, I think maybe she never shopped before, or maybe she couldn't afford what was in the store, because I didn't see her walk out there with no bag. So maybe she was just in there just window shopping or whatever. And if you window shopping and you can't afford, then I feel you, whatever. But I think that's quite weird that you would. The people are just weird. I can never see myself doing that. I mean, even if y'all want to go ask Storm, I met him in person. It was normal. Storm didn't act like a weirdo. I didn't act like a weirdo. Me and my friend hung out with him. There was no weirdoness. So even if I do meet YouTubers, popular ones, I'm not about to be weird and start secretly recording them. But there was a woman who a lot of people are saying was a divestment chick, which is so interesting because the black male worshipers don't like me because they think the black male worshipers don't like me because they think I hate black men. The divestment chicks don't like me because they are obsessed with who I lay down in the bed with. And so because they think they know who I have sex with, which it will be anybody, it will be whoever I want to. Like, I don't go by y'all's rules of life. Like, I don't go by y'all's rules of life. Whatever. I'm going to do whatever I want to. But divestors don't like me because I won't denounce completely black men and promote white men. And black male worshipers don't like me because I tell the truth about black men. So I'm not going to drop her name because I'm not going to give her the clout that she obviously wanted. I mean, it took literally over 6 months for this person to crack, 200 views? So absolutely not. I'm not going to throw off this person's name, but the video is on YouTube. I literally just saw it for the first time the other day. And I was like, okay, this is, weirdos do this, where you meet somebody and you pretend to be a fan and then you start recording people while they're checking out. I mean, like, were you trying to prove that I could afford to buy stuff in the store? Like, weird people are weird. If people don't know, that's one of the reasons why I haven't done a meet and greet, because there's entirely too many weirdos. Like, and there wouldn't be a way to screen for all of the weirdos, and the type of security that I would need to get. I haven't even thought about it, but I know I would have to get a high level of security because of the weirdos out here. But I digress. If everybody knows, the so-called biggest scandal here is me having a child, which I'm not going to confirm for anybody. Really, whatever happens with my womb is my business. I don't understand weirdo ass womb watching ass, dead womb having ass bitches who sit up and worry about what's going on with somebody else's womb. And that goes to both male and females. But I find it really interesting how in one breath they'll complain and say, oh, well, Cindy is promoting the genocide. She's telling y'all to abort black male babies. But y'all's biggest scandal is me having a baby, though. So do y'all want the babies to be aborted, or do you want them to be birthed? Because you can, in one breath, condemn somebody because you think they had a baby, but then also condemn them because they're telling people not to have them. So which one is it? Is that a scandal, or like what are we doing? Not that I would come on here and give anybody an explanation. If I want to have 10 babies, I don't have 10 babies. It's none of y'all's business. Unless y'all go write me a check and pay some child support, then you don't need to be concerned with whether or not I've given birth at all. If I did, it's not your business. Worry about what you would be doing. I just think it's really interesting. And I don't think anybody has paid attention to that contradiction, but I certainly have. You don't get to come on here and complain that I'm advising people to stop birthing bandits in the community and then repeatedly try to turn it into a scandal because you think I've given birth to a child. You need to be consistent. You either think we should be getting abortions or you think we should be birthing children. And if you think we should be birthing children, then you probably shouldn't be condemning anybody for birthing a child, especially if you think it was a female child. There will be no hypocrisy there, because I'm telling you to give birth to your female children and abort the male ones, not because they are Black, not because they are male, but because I'm smart enough to look at past generations, look at what they're doing presently, and make conclusions about the future. And if they were nothing ass bitches in the past, they're nothing ass bitches in the present, then they will be nothing ass bitches in the future. Why would you want to give birth to that anyway? Why? So because these bandits are mad, because I'm literally telling Black women to do what they've been advising, and y'all can miss me with this stupidity. I don't know if these bandits are smart enough to understand what they're saying. I think that they're not, because you got bandits running around like, oh, black men ain't telling nobody to stop birthing Black girls. Men don't control who gets births. So even if they ran around saying that, they would just sound stupid. But they have suggested that Black women stop birthing. They've actually suggested that Black women stop giving birth for a period of 7 years. They actually did do that. I know what's been going on in this space. I know what's been going on in that dusty beta manosphere, because they've been obsessed with me and what I have to say since they came across my channel. Since I've been on YouTube, bandits have had an obsession. So they absolutely were. They were sitting up there, and they still do. Whenever they condemn a Black woman for giving birth and say it's your fault, did you give him birth? It's your fault. You chose to be a single mother because you the one who gave birth. Bandits sit up there and promote the same thing all day, every day. So what are y'all talking about? Bandits don't sit up talking about don't give birth. Absolutely, yes, they do. But because bandits don't give birth, they sound stupid suggesting that somebody give birth or not. You don't give birth. You have no control over who gives birth. So if a bandit wants to sit up and say, oh, well, black men should stop birthing Black girls, you would just look stupid. And you will look as stupid as you sound. Males do not give birth. So you can tell a bandit don't impregnate somebody with a girl. Okay, well, how do you know they ain't impregnating them with a boy? So y'all would just sound stupid. You don't have any control in this situation, and that's why nobody's talking to you, because your opinion does not matter. And I need y'all to understand when you are a nothing ass bitch and what that means. If I'm telling you you are a nothing ass bitch, then that also means your opinion is null and void to me. Aside from you toe tagging a pregnant woman, you have no control over who's birthed into society, dummy. And we know that because you're sitting around talking about women are the ones birthing these children and not getting abortions. Y'all are stupid. Not y'all in the chat box, but y'all know I'm talking to the bandits. You're dumb. You're dumb, and that's why I win, because I win, and I'm smarter than you, and you're dumb. And that's why you set your dumb ass up and paid a man to do some kind of exposure, and all he did is sit in a video and review some videos. You could have went to my channel, dummy, and looked at the videos yourself. This man told these dumb idiots to pay $5 through a Cash App, clearly trying to get a money grab, because everybody's gonna finesse bandits because they're dumb. And I'm gonna tell y'all now, stop tagging me in your dumb post. Just do what you go do. Stop tagging me in your post, because I'm going to block you. There is not a content creator on this platform that I'm going to pay to get information from. It ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen. So when I say these bandits and Black male worshipers, because they was over there too, paying a person to simply review some videos that y'all could have like literally I'm sitting there watching, waiting for the exposure because I'm like, maybe he gonna tell me something, maybe he gonna expose something about me that I don't know. Because I know that like I've been doxxed what 3-4 times already, probably more. Like what more could y'all possibly be looking for? If a public record isn't going to expose anything, what are you looking for? I don't have a record. You're not going to find any seedy, weird stuff in my past because it just ain't there. That's why I don't care who sits up and say, oh, I'm a .cng. Okay, well, happy hunting. You ain't going to find nothing. You're going to find that I'm a college-educated business owner now because I have an LLC with no criminal record. That's what you're going to find. You're going to find a person who graduated from Washington State University with a psychology degree. You're going to find that I have an LLC under Sanji Productions. I posted that on YouTube, though, so I don't know why you would find that. And I have no criminal record. I'm a law-abiding citizen. So I don't know what you're trying. Either I'm a law-abiding citizen or I'm a very smart criminal, and you should be getting on my level. And maybe you should be asking me for tips on how to get away with committing the crimes. So that maybe you can appear to be a law-abiding citizen when really you're a criminal too. It's either one or the same. Either I don't have a criminal record or I'm very good at hiding it. Now, I am a lot smarter than y'all, but the reality of it is I don't have a criminal record. Like, you're not going to find anything seedy in my background because it's not there. Why do you think people are out here creating fake text messages, creating fake emails, talking about, oh, I knew her, but I'm going to show you something from 4 years ago. If you know me so well, show something from yesterday or last week. That's what you should be doing. Not 4 years, 4 months, 6 months, 8 months, 2 years, 3 years ago. Like, really? Y'all just look stupid and obsessed at the end of the day. And then Bandits got finessed yet again. You got finessed from a woman of no color, and now you got finessed from a man of limited color. Because y'all are dumb. And everybody is going to finesse you. You should have knew you was being finessed when you was being charged money to vote on who was going to expose somebody. And then you can't even, mind you, so dumb that the video is now blocked because of copyright. And I was trying to see if this bandit actually exposed something. I go to the video is blocked for copyright. So now y'all ain't even able to watch the playback and you done paid for this video. You paid for a video that you now can't even watch. Dumb. Just dumb. Bandits are dumbass, nothing ass bitches, and they will continue to be dumbass, nothing ass bitches. And I will continue. And it doesn't matter whether you say somebody hurt me, you can call me a baby mama. All that would do is validate everything that I talk about. Literally anything. And the funny thing is, the stuff that they're saying would only validate what I'm talking about. Boyce thought he was exposing something by mentioning in the video, which I've already put out there, that like a lot of people's family, my family was impacted by the crack epidemic. I've said this many times, you're not exposing anything that I haven't exposed myself. I've already said several times my father was on drugs. He probably still on drugs. I ain't seen him in years. He could be alive or dead. I couldn't tell y'all that. The only thing you will be doing by bringing that up is validating every single thing that I say about Bandits, okay? And you're not debunking anything. You can even say that's the reason. You can say, oh, well, she just heard and somebody did her wrong. Who hurt her? Her dad did this, that, and the third. Okay, so all you're doing is validating it, but so what? Regardless to what the motivation would be, the information would still be the same. It would still be valid. There's a reason nobody is sitting in videos debunking what I'm talking about. They're talking about hair, makeup, and people's dad that was on drugs. Throw a rock and you can probably hit a bunch of Black people who had a family member that's on drugs. And there's a reason y'all running around talking about the CIA put drugs in the Black community so Black men couldn't be in the home. You don't have a drug epidemic because only my father was on drugs. Like a lot of people's were. Some of y'all's mamas was on drugs, and I suspect it to be crack because some of y'all's brain seems like it's not fully functioning. Y'all ain't gonna convince me that a lot of these bandits ain't crack babies. You don't become a crack baby because your dad smoked it. You become a crack baby because your mama smoked it while she was pregnant with you. And a lot of y'all, I believe, are crack babies. You act like it. Because you're remedial, you lack foresight. You can't tell when somebody else finessing you, although you always get finessed. Black men are literally always getting finessed, but can never tell when somebody finessing them. It just don't make no sense. Well, toppy tactic, of course, bandits can say whatever they want to was putting into their community. Y'all are the ones that was selling it to the pregnant women in your community. So it doesn't matter. It matters. You can say the government was an accessory to your crime. You committed the crime nonetheless. They can be an accessory, but you're still complicit. But y'all ain't gonna convince me that a lot of these bandits ain't crack babies, though. So I don't know what Boyce thought he was doing. I don't know if Boyce thought, and I guess that's the video that people give. Oh, Boyce exposed it. No, Boyce is repeating something that I've said many, many times. Like, put a one in the chat box if y'all have ever heard me talk about how my dad was on drugs. Like, this is not new news. This is not a new phenomenon, or like I was talking about this in 2019. It's 2022. And this is why y'all are nothing ass bitches, crack babies. That's what y'all are. Y'all are some nothing ass bitch ass crack baby ass bandits. That's exactly what y'all are. I'm gonna drink my apple juice too. And thank you so much. It's Iona B. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure everybody. Lots of people have heard me talk about limited information about my background. And one of the things that I said is, yes, I dealt with a drug addict in the home growing up. For some of y'all, it was your mama. For me, it was my dad. Okay, so you can say that would be my motivation. Okay, so what about the information that's being presented? Is it true or false? Because one thing that's true is that Black men fit the dictionary definition of a bandit. Y'all are bandits by definition. That's one thing. Anybody can read the definition of a bandit and will come to the conclusion that it literally describes most of the bandits in our community. You're bandits, and you're nothing ass bitches too. And I suspect that some of y'all are crack babies, both male and female, because a lot of these women around here act like they got some crack baby tendencies too. The girl Kel said my father was an alcoholic. Yeah, there's a lot of drug and alcohol issues within our community. Some addicts are functional, some are not. Mine was a non-functional. I know some women who have had on drugs or had alcoholism as issues, and they are what you would call a functional addict, meaning they still go to work, they still raise their children, but at the end of the day, they still have an addiction nonetheless. But I don't understand what it is. I'm trying to figure out what it is that y'all are trying to expose. I would really like to know. Listen, I already told y'all, bandits don't grow out of their bandit behavior, and Boyce is no exception there either. Like, for real. Boyce is no exception. He's no exception. And listen, I'm going to just spare Boyce and keep my mouth shut. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and spare you and not talk about your inappropriate ways, because at the end of the day, this is a whole married man. You should probably sit down and worry about your marriage, not what somebody over here is saying, because you can't prove nothing. You can't debunk nothing, and you're not exposing nothing. You're simply talking about something that I already put out. You're talking about, oh, but this person, her father was on drugs. Your father wasn't even there. Another man raised you because yours wasn't even there. So can we sit there and say, well, Boyce's father ran out on him and left another man to raise him, and that's why he sits up and so-called scams people and finesse them out of money? Because anybody could say that. I mean, we could all say that. Oh, Boyce's dad wasn't there. That's why he had this attitude that he has. Anybody can say anything about anybody's upbringing. At the end of the day, it does not matter what experience I've gone through. That could be, listen, I could be 100% bitter and angry and hurt. That could be true. Let's just say, for the sake of this discussion, everything that bandits are saying is true. I'm saying this because I'm bitter, because I'm hurt, because somebody left me a baby mama, because I had a drug addict daddy, because I can't get no white man. Let's say, for the sake of this discussion, all of that is true. You want to know what else is true? Y'all are the society's derelict, degenerate, nothing ass bitches. You don't got no resources. You conquer by everybody, and you still in the same position. And everything that I say about you is still true. So you can sit up here and talk about the motivation or why I might be saying it. It's not going to change the fact that it's still true. You are still degenerate. Every group of women still get the same black men. You still the brokest, nothing ass bitches on the planet. You sitting here costing the government $50 billion and absolutely nobody should submit to you. And yes, black women should stop birthing you. And I'm going to show you a video as to why you should stop birthing them. You should stop birthing them. Every other group of women is becoming very much privy to who these bandits are and what they're about. Let me show y'all this video here. This is a 5-minute video, but this is one of the reasons why they have to go get their little raggedy passports that they can barely afford and date women outside of the community, outside of the country, because they failed nothing ass bitches and they done struck out with all of their preferences. Their preferences know who they are. Let's play this video here. And look, let me just preface this. I know who this bandit is. This bandit is Mr. Let Go, the bandit who sits up on panels talking about single mothers, but he targets single mothers. And in his video, his pathology was so abundantly obvious that I was able to predict nearly verbatim what this dude was going to say in this video, because he's a predator. He likes to prey on single mothers and use their children against them. That's why he says his preference are single mothers. The reality of it is, Let Go, which is who this bandit is, y'all are going to recognize him as this woman of no color is breaking down what he's saying. His issue is that his mama was a single mother who allowed men to run amok into her home. Some of them, I think he said, putting hands and feet on him. His mama was choosing stray dick over him, according to him. He literally demeaned his own mama and referred to his own mama as a hoe. So this bandit is taking out his mommy issues on everybody else. I told y'all mommy issues are worse than daddy issues, but this bandit's daddy wasn't there either. So not only did he not have his derelict daddy, but he also didn't have his mama. So that's why he's now on here preying on single mothers and trying to use their children against them. And I wish he would pull up, because you can get the link in a minute. If you really want some smoke, please do pull up. And I'm calling Let Go out right now. If you want some smoke, I doubt you will do it because you already had a taste before. But if you want some smoke, you can pull up. But let's go through this video, because let me show y'all the stupidity of this.
Are literally the worst parents on the entire planet. That's the first thing. And statistic mothers are literally the worst parents on the entire planet. That's the first thing. And statistics back that. So over 70%.
Let me tell y'all why not only is he remedial, but everybody else who listens to him. Statistics does not say who the worst mothers are, especially as it refers to the outcome of people who grew up in single parents' homes. Every single piece of statistical data and study says the issues are stemming from the absent father. When a male child is more likely to be in the criminal justice system, it is not because his mother raised him, it is because his father didn't. You find me any piece of data that talks about the outcome of children who grew up in single parent homes, and I'll show you where it says the absence of the father is what's causing these issues, not the mother. So this bandit, because he thinks black women are stupid, and they are for listening to him, Because he thinks black women are stupid, and apparently black men too, because he's sitting up in his video and these bandits are like, yup, just the goof troop. At the end of the day, all of the statistics and data says that it's because of the absentee father. They don't even use really the words single parent home. They use mother-led homes. They don't even really, outside of the black community, people don't really use the word single mother like that, especially not when it comes to stats and studies. They will say women-led homes or homes led by mothers. They typically don't use this single mother moniker because they understand that the issue is not coming from the mother. When you want to look at the psychological and behavioral issues in the child, you don't look at who's raising them, you look at who's not. Who isn't raising them? The man isn't raising them. But he can pretend that the statistic will say a number. It doesn't say 70% of them. But it will say a number of men who are in female-led homes or mother-led homes, they end up doing this, but then they'll tell you why. And it'll say it's because of the father's absence. It is because of the father's absence. But let's look at this remedial bandit. Talk to some more remedial bandits. The dumb leading the dumb.
Of young men that grow up under a single mother in particular, end up in prison. And because the reason why so many of us are messed up is because we were all, or most of us, were raised by women, which are the worst parents on the entire planet, statistical wise.
Oh boy.
Hold on, before we get to her, statistical wise, really? This bandit just gave you some false data and then says statistical wise. Statistically is what you should be saying, but you're remedial, and we know that you're remedial. You're false in everything that you're saying anyway, except for the rate of males in the black community that's being raised by their mothers. And this is why I'm telling you, you can eliminate stupidity like this by just not giving birth to them. If you would refuse to give birth to these males when their bandit of a father run out on them, you don't have to hear any of this nonsense. Just stop birthing them. They're giving you every reason. They're already saying you the most horrible parents, statistical wise. They already saying you're the worst parents, specifically to male sons. As you notice, he did not say daughters. He said sons. When sons grow up in a single mother home, this is the outcome. Okay, so you're saying that black women are not good mothers of black male children. Okay, cool. So then they should stop birthing them then. That's why you should stop birthing them then. Because they're telling you you're not fit to effectively raise these males. So stop birthing them. So then you don't have to hear a dreadful looking bandit sitting up in a video pouting out statistics that he doesn't understand, because I don't even need to read them. I have read them before. I don't need to read them now. I can assure you all of the psychological and behavioral problems are stemming, and they will quote, from the absentee father, not the mother. But he's already telling you why you should stop having them. Stop having them. Because your son is going to be headed off to prison if he doesn't get toe tagged by another black man. If he doesn't. And most likely he will. Because bandits don't like other bandits either. But let's listen to what this woman of no color is saying. Statistical wise. It's like, get off the internet, get hooked on phonics, bandit.
Oh boy. I don't know about y'all, but I am skeptical of a dude who is wearing janky-ass transition sunglasses indoors while he says something as outrageous as single mothers are the worst parents on the planet, without questioning, I don't know, how women became single mothers in the first place, and also saying something like, that's just the fact, statistical-wise. Not really inspiring a whole lot of confidence in the validity of his argument. But
now, when y'all listen to her, the fact that she's having to correct this narrative coming from a black man, this is why they got to get their passports. Because how many women who look like her do you think have been made a single mother by men?
I'm skeptical of a.
How many women like her been made into a single mother by men like him? How many women of no color do you think have been made into single mothers by men just like this, who look like this? Because black women ain't out impregnating women of no color. and turning them into single mothers, she had the vested interest in this discussion. The reason she had the vested interest is because her community had the growing rate of single mothers because of bandits like the one in the video talking about statistical wise, who refuses to go get hooked on phonics so he can learn how to correctly say statistically, or according to statistics, according to data. No intellectual person sits up here and says statistical wise. You might as well just say strategically.
Of a dude who is wearing janky ass transition sunglasses indoors while he says something as outrageous as single mothers are the worst parents on the planet, without questioning, I don't know, how women became single mothers in the first place, and also saying something like, that's just the fact, statistical wise. Not really inspiring a whole lot of confidence in the validity of his argument. But just in case you're not convinced that this isn't the biggest pile of horseshit, let me really take a moment to eviscerate this argument for all of you. So first, let's get into the basics before we even get to the numbers. I guarantee you that the type of dudes who go off about single mothers being terrible hold two core beliefs. The first is that women are responsible for getting themselves pregnant. And no, I'm not talking about immaculate conception, but I am talking about the misogynistic viewpoint that argues that women should be virginal or less free with their sexuality. So
and this is largely bandits. We're not going to say men of no color are not doing this, but I think we know the loudest, raggedy, brokest, nothing ass bitch voices on the internet who are promoting this are coming from bandits. The one group of men who are going around statistical wise creating single mothers in every group of people just happens to be the one who's always sitting up talking about single mothers. Yeah, you have a right. Of course, you have a vested interest in demonizing single mothers statistical wise because y'all are the ones that's mainly creating them. So of course you're going to blame your degeneracy on the women who you're causing to become single mothers because you don't want it to reflect back on you. There's no coincidence that these struggle bandits are opening their raggedy, broke ass, nothing ass bitch mouths talking about single mothers that they are creating.
They wouldn't get themselves into this kind of situation in the first place. And the second is that women are responsible for not choosing a better partner with whom to procreate. Again, if they were more selective and less willing to sleep around than men, they would have a better chance of finding an upstanding gentleman with whom to parent. So what do these beliefs have in common? It's that they remove fathers from the equation entirely. There is no call for accountability for men who leave, and the men that shirk responsibility for caring for their children. There is no recognition that it is men who create the condition of single motherhood. And because we've grown up in a patriarchal, sexist society that is rooted in the idea that child rearing is fundamentally the woman's sphere and that most women are to blame for men's bad behavior, that we are so quick to place the burden on single mothers here. It's why we more often say single mother instead of absent father or fatherless family. It's why a woman in Texas was indicted by a grand jury in the deaths of her two daughters because she let them get in the car with their father, who later crashed and killed them and was found to be under the influence of alcohol.
And this is like, honestly, when you look at all of what's going into our community, devaluing women who have children, sitting up condemning single mothers who are made to be single mothers by bandits, talking about how these male children, statistical wise, are off to prison and other unfavorable conditions because they're being raised by women. Only idiots will sit up and continue to birth children in this situation. And they're giving you every single reason and incentive not to. But then y'all want to sit up here and say, I'm not for that. That's so genocidal. That's white supremacist. No, the bandits that you're giving birth to are the white supremacists. Sorry. You're helping white supremacy by continuing to birth them, only for them to sit their raggedy asses up on the internet and blame you for all of their degeneracy. Why on earth would you continue to birth that? Only a damn fool would continue to birth bandits who generation after generation after generation have used media, because even when it wasn't social media, they was printing out articles or Japanese women, better wives, and they've been doing the same thing. Making songs in the early 1900s talking about your dark skin and your nappy hair and how you ugly. They've been doing it since they've been existing. And you sitting up here talking about, oh, it's so extreme. What? I can't get with her talking about don't birth black male babies. And you a damn idiot if you do. You're dumb if you do. They're sitting up telling you you stupid if you do.
It's automatically why we think every serial killer does what they do. Charles Manson's mom didn't love him enough, so he created a cult and went on a killing spree. No sympathy for Mommy Dearest, who was a 15-year-old child that got impregnated by a 24-year-old man who lied about being a colonel in the army and then said he had to leave for army business, but never returned. And as for the arguments that this dude makes statistics-wise, there are a few things to note here. If we look at data from the Justice Department in their survey of inmates from federal and state correctional facilities, we'll find that 47% of convicted criminals report growing up in a single-parent household.
And they have these psychological and behavioral issues because the father is not there. That's the caveat that she's not even mentioning. If y'all want to pull up some statistics, anybody just pull it up and email it to me. I guarantee you when we read it, it's going to say this is because the father is not there. Behavioral problems, acting out, being violent, not listening to the mother, joining gangs, getting into criminal behavior. All of that is because the father is not there. It is because they're not there. But the point of showing this is the reason why they got to get their raggy passports, because they done went and made so many women of no color single mothers that these women are going to sit up here and talk about how stupid they sound talking about single mothers, because they're single mothers to these bandits too. The common denominator is these bandits. Don't matter whether the woman is white, Hispanic, white, Asian, foreign, white, whatever. If a bandit is with them, she will be a single mother more likely than not. The single group of men who goes traveling around to different communities creating single mothers, and then you got the nerve to sit up in the video and talk about mothers are the worst parents on the planet? Really? Mothers are the worst. Listen, I'll say it before, and I don't care what y'all say. Y'all can call it Hitler. You can call it genocide. You can call it whatever you want to. I promise you I will not birth no black male. I won't. Absolutely not. You can say whatever you want to. She won't be birthing no black male. Absolutely not. And black women, listen, there is no way that these bandits should be sitting up here demeaning and degrading you to the extent that they are, all because you are giving birth to them and they nothing ass bitch of a bandit ass father decided that he didn't want to raise his kids. Then they got the audacity to turn their aggression towards the people who actually stayed and raised them. Either drop them off at the fire station or stop giving birth to them, so they can really see how it's like when a mother decides to, when mothers choose to walk out like bandits do, let them find out. Either let them find out by not existing or drop them off at the firehouse so somebody in the system can raise them. But ain't no way you should be sitting up here listening to videos where bandits are talking about all of these problems and issues. So you're going to sit here and talk about all of these problems and issues with these boys growing up in single parent homes. Okay, cool. But you mad when somebody say stop birthing them. If you don't birth them, they can't grow up in a single parent home. They can't be funneled from the school to prison pipeline, and they damn sure can't end up in jail. So why would you be birthing them? Why? Now, here's the thing. Single black girls are growing up in the same single parent homes as black boys. Why aren't they having the same outcomes? Why? Why aren't they? I want somebody to tell me why that if you got black girls growing up in the same single parent homes as black males, why are these black males going to prison at an accelerated rate and the girls are not? Why are they having poorer outcomes than their female counterparts? And y'all want to sit here and say, oh, well, are you saying there's something better about black girls than black boys? Yes. Finally, you got it. Absolutely. There is something inherently better. It's been proven There is something inherently better about Black females than Black males. Yes, you can look at their outcomes in society. But let me guess, this bandit gonna try to walk back on what he's saying now, right? Because he done proved it. You growing up in the same household, according to these bandits, you should be having the same outcomes, but you don't. They the most in prison, you're the most entrepreneurial. Why? Why? I'm gonna wait for somebody to in the comment section to tell me why Black girls are growing up in the same single parent homes as Black males, but you're the biggest growing group of entrepreneurs. They're the biggest growing group of prison inmates. Can somebody please tell me why? Yeah, I read that thing on Japan. Those women at this point can't even be paid. They can't even be paid to give birth. They are offering money for those women to give birth, and they're like, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Either somebody is going to set out the parameters, the environmental parameters as to why Black girls seem to be more resilient in these single parent homes, or you're going to acknowledge that there is something better about girls. There is something better about them. There is. They growing up in the same homes. They ain't projected to head straight to prison though, or be toe tag. Bandits are though. It wouldn't matter if they try to blame the music, they create the music. So it is what it is. Bandits are the ones creating this toxic rap music, promoting toe tagging other Black men and leaving the women single mothers pumping and dumping. I bet you that bandit in that video won't explain to you why it is and what you gonna say because they treat the girls better. I think we know that's not the case. They coddle the boys. The boys are getting better treatment. And I would venture to say that's why they run out and end up being criminals, because they're coddled too much. They're coddled. Black girls are not coddled. Black girls are taught to be responsible. They're taught to be independent. They're taught to be nurturing. They're taught to be caring. They're taught that they got to go throughout their entire life and nurture Black males, even as adults, advocate for Black males. So if you were going to drive an argument, you could drive an argument that it's the coddling of Black male boys that got them projected to be in prison, and the lack of coddling of Black girls that got them being the entrepreneurs. Black women are raised to do for self. You're raised to go out and get it. Bandits ain't raised to do that. They mama is too busy trying to turn them into a man. You too busy coddling your baby. Oh, that's my baby. Oh, George Floyd was somebody's baby, grown ass man, running around wreaking havoc on the community. But then somebody got the nerve to sit up in the video and say, oh, my baby. Ma'am, your baby is nearly 50. Why are we calling 50-year-old grown men babies? No. You treat them like they're babies all from cradle to grave, and then you wondering why they ending a dumbass up in a prison center. They don't have no other skills. You're raising entitled, narcissistic sociopaths, and I personally think you should just stop giving birth to them. So you ain't got to sit up and have bandits tell you that you're the worst mothers on the planet. Well, if you ain't even birthing them, you can't be a mother, can you? Angie, the ENTJ. That's my Myers-Briggs code. Angie, mine is ENTJ too. It is. Said my brother, the whole felon. Meanwhile, my record is clean. It's because of older males enticing them into criminality. And we haven't even gotten to that. Because like I said, Black male culture is really raising your sons. That's who's raising your sons. Black male culture is raising them. Really, a Black mother could do whatever she wanted to do. Look at John Morant. John Morant lived in a 2-parent married home. He over here fumbling a $230 million bag, though, so he can sit up in videos and flash guns and succumb to Black male culture. Not very smart. It don't matter if you grew up in a two-parent home. Bandits is who bandits are, who bandits are, and a lot of bandits, the ones who are in the two-parent homes, are being raised by bandits themselves. Look at T.I.'s son, Kane. Look at Kane out here. Got a mug shot at the tender age of 18, despite living in wealth and a two-parent married home. Every opportunity afforded to him, he's still a Kane though. Toffee Tastic said the responsibility to look after siblings are dumped on the oldest Black daughter. She's not allowed to play or be a kid because of this burden. Oh, I know. Black girls are thrown into responsibility. Cooking, cleaning, caring for kids, being literally the guard dog to Black males. I know exactly what it is. Blue said dads are supposed to coddle the girls. Girls are missing out due to absentee fathers, mama's boys, and daddy's girls. Right, but still Black girls are persevering and bandits are not. And every piece of statistical wise data says that even though Black girls are living in the same homes and growing up in the same neighborhoods as Black males, they are still doing better. Why? It's either because of who they are innately or something about the environment or how they're being raised. It's one or the other. It's one or the other. But then you could also risk having a mother like Krishan Rock. I don't like talking about Blueface and Krishan Rock. I really don't. But I really need to push back. I feel compelled to. I feel compelled to push back on the amount of Black women who defend Krishan Rock. Clearly, a lot of Black women see themselves in Krishan Rock. Either that or you're giving her light skin privilege. It's one of them, because this is the most atrocious display of hood radishness that I've ever seen. And she's always getting defended. And I'm going to show you guys how I'm going to show you this silly mentality of Black women who sit up here and defend Krishan Rock. I'm tired of them doing it. Krishan Rock's behavior is a walking personification of that of a hood rat, yet you got Black women defending her, talking about she the victim. She is not. She the willing participant. This lady literally sits up there bragging about the amount of abortions that she's gotten. In the vulgar satanic language that she says it in, getting an abortion is not killing a child. I'm gonna need y'all to understand that anything that has to go through the developmental stage, if you have to develop into a human, then you do not get to call an undeveloped fetus a child. Now, I get politically, this is what we're saying, but there is a development stage for a reason. Development means you need to grow into it. You need to become it. I don't think Krishan Rock should be having no kid. She shouldn't. And I don't like to tell people who should have kids and who shouldn't, but I don't think that Krishan Rock should have one. I don't think she's going to make a good mother. I don't think she is. I think she's birthing a child into tragedy. Blueface is doing it, and Blueface's baby mom is not smart either. I don't want to make it seem like there's a smarter woman out of the women who are dealing with Blueface, because if you was really smart, you wouldn't even be dealing with him. Krishan Rock is as much of a problem as Blueface is, if not more. And I'm really starting to think Krishan Rock is a bigger issue than Blueface is. Now, Blueface, while Krishan Rock is sitting up in videos, let me find my video where she's sitting up praying and crying over Blueface, because this is just getting disgusting. Like, it really is. It's like, I don't, if y'all are going to defend Krishan, why don't y'all encourage her to get some mental health, the mental health that she obviously needs? Because look at this. Does this look like a mentally healthy person as y'all sit up here and defend her? And look, the neighborhood talk is doing it too, acting like Krishan Rock is the victim, and she ain't. She the willing participant. Everybody done told her to leave. But look, this is a mental illness, y'all. I want y'all to know this.
God, thank you for truth. Thank you for vulnerability. I thank you, God, that for maybe the first time in a long time,
This is a woman who goes around bragging about the abortions that she got, but she got the nerves to be Christians. Like I'm telling y'all, Christians are something else. Like, and look, just like with marriage, I'm not telling y'all can't be Christians. Or y'all gonna act like Krishan Rock ain't no Christian woman as she goes around and attack people's mothers and talk about the abortions that she got as she clings to this demonic entity called Blueface? Are we gonna act like she ain't no Christian? She know how to throw them hands up and worship God publicly. She all right with me. This is a woman who's chasing a whole demon, mostly out of her sexual degeneracy, as she sits up and fornicates with this man who running around with a bunch of different women. But y'all go act like this ain't no Christian woman. Let me guess. Oh, Christianity ain't the problem, it's the people. There is no Christianity without the people. I don't know who told y'all that Christianity could exist without the people. Christianity is a religious ideology. It does not exist without the people. Christianity is the people are Christianity. There's no way to separate the two. Cut it out. Like, y'all need to knock it off. The people are Christianity. Without the people being Christianity, all you have is a dead ideology. That's all you would have is a dead ideology. The reason Christianity is what it is because of the people who call themselves Christians. And I want to know why Krishan Rock would be a Christian. Why is Christianity not separating Krishan Rock from this demon that she's chasing? Why didn't Christianity stop Krishan Rock from attacking somebody's mama? I couldn't care less who tries to get me to attack somebody's mama. I ain't doing it. This is a Christian woman listening to a Christian sermon, praying.
That someone in this room doesn't feel less than because they don't have what they think they should have. I think you got to.
A woman who drinks, smokes, and fights while she's pregnant. This is a Christian. Sitting up here praying. And you got these dumb other Christian black, exactly. Zakaya Marie, I'm with you. She do not need to bring the Lord into this. Absolutely not. The Lord is nowhere near this. Nowhere near this. You need to go chase that demon who talking about taking your baby on your own. Don't go there and say, girl, we're a Christian. She's a Christian. Non-Christians don't sit up and pray to Christian pastors. They don't do it. Show me the non-Christian who's sitting up listening to a Christian pastor pray. Like, I'm gonna need y'all to stop being delusional. Just say she ain't the type of Christian that she's supposed to be, but you can't say that because 9 times out of 10, you ain't the type of Christian that you're supposed to be either. Krishan Rock is an a la carte Christian, just like most of them. But I wanted to show y'all that because I find it real interesting how some of the most demonic acting people are always throwing their hands up in prayer, always want a Bible thump, but that Christianity wasn't making you not attack nobody's mama though. Like, I don't know where Jesus was while she was attacking Blueface's mama, but it don't seem like her Christianity kicked in. Oh, let me guess. She wasn't a Christian before she just became one. Okay, well, we'll do that. If that's what y'all want to do, we can do that. This lady is not smart either because she can't even tell when she's being used. This woman hit the nail on the head. She said, mark my words, I literally said this. I said he's going to marry Jaden and they are going to take that baby from her because she is already unfit. And if he's the actual dad and has a more stable living situation, kids-wise, he will win. I'm starting to think that baby might be better off with Blueface instead of Krishan. But I want y'all to listen to what he's saying though. Because this lady ain't smart either. Oh my God, now I gotta download this. Like, Instagram is annoying. Like, get y'all situation right. Why do you keep I shouldn't have to download these videos just for the volume to come on. It will be on my phone. If I played it from my phone, I don't know what it is with Instagram and being on the internet where it takes away the volume of the video. I really don't get it. But here, let me download. I'm downloading it real quickly, y'all. I'm about to show y'all, let y'all hear what it listen to. But she's not smart either. And the reason she's not smart is because she can't tell when she's being used. Blueface is using Krishan Rock and Jaden Alexis against each other. Nobody is 100% Mexican. I wish y'all would stop doing that. Oh my God, do we gotta do a crash course on the difference between race and ethnicity? Like, I don't want to have to. I feel like I find myself always talking about the difference between race and ethnicity and nationality, language, and culture. Mexican is simply a person who is from Mexico. And I don't think Jaden Alexis is from Mexico. A Mexican is, let me show y'all the definition of a Mexican, because I need y'all, this irks me. This irks me. This really irks me. It does. It irks me. This really, it aggravates me. I don't know why we have to do this. Like, nobody is 100% Mexican because Mexican is not a race. So, Mexican, relating to Mexico or its people. A native or inhabitant of Mexico or a person of Mexican descent, meaning a person from Mexico. Can we please stop saying that a person is Mexican and trying to use it as race? No, she is white. She's white. This woman is white. And I feel like y'all play into the same thing that bandits do, where they try to act like they're getting all these, oh, I got me a Mexican, a Puerto Rican, she Brazilian. She's white. She's white. This is just a white chick that this dude is with. She's white. This woman is white, and Blueface is using this white woman. Exactly. Thank you, Stormy. Jaden is white. Please stop trying to act like Mexican. Like, no. And if you look at the old U.S. Census, they're white. I don't know why y'all can't just say, oh, okay, that's a white person. She's white. But I want to show y'all how he uses these chicks against each other. Like, because now all of a sudden he publicized and taking her on dates and talking about how good of a mother she is. I don't really care nothing about none of that. Like, I really don't. I don't care about none of that. Bottom line is, this woman ain't that smart either. But I want y'all to listen to what Blueface over here is saying, though.
This is gonna go bad, and we're gonna adopt the child. I'm not gonna watch the child, so you're gonna be stuck to watch the child. I'm gonna bring the baby to your house like they gave it to me, so now.
You think I'm gonna watch y'all? So?
Yeah. Get me together.
You think I'm gonna watch y'all's child? No, yeah, I'm being serious now. You think I'm gonna watch it? Fuck this internet shit. You think I'm gonna watch? You think no. Swear to God on everything I love. You think I'm gonna watch y'all's child?
I think if she fucks up and they say you're not physically fit to watch a child, it's either adoption or I take the child.
Adoption?
I'm gonna give it to you.
Why would you ever give it to me?
Because it's a free child that you have to push out and fuck up your body for. That's why.
Why would?
This man is planning to take this baby away from her. He's planning to deem her, and it's likely going to work because Krishan Rock has engaged in every single behavior that will lead you to believe that she would be an unfit mother. I don't know if y'all caught what he said, but he said basically they're going to deem her unfit. They're going to give him the baby, and he's going to give it to this woman. And he's going to have her raising that kid if they're together. This is the woman that y'all want to sit up here and defend and act like somehow, oh, she's just this victim and, oh, well, Blueface this and Blueface that. No, Krishan Rock is the problem. Krishan Rock is the problem. And if she's not even smart enough to remove herself from a toxic relationship, then what type situation do you think she will have her child in? Now, I want to show y'all this with this stupid chick right here. And I want y'all to look at the race of this woman here. This is on another post, a comment here. I want to try to make this bigger. Let me try to make this bigger really quickly, so y'all can see that this is indeed a Black woman with this foolishness. Hold on. Because I want y'all to see what I'm talking about. Let me blow this up. I'm going to read the comment to y'all in a minute. I had to find it though. Okay. Now, I want y'all to look at this woman here. As you can see, this is a Black woman, okay? Blueface says his baby mama, Jaden Alexis, will have to raise Krishan Rock's child because she will mess up calling CPS to give the child to him. Clearly, this is his plan. This is his plan, but I want y'all to see this Black woman here first. Now, Blueface wouldn't choose a woman like this. We already know that, because he has one white woman and one lighter skinned Black woman who could be biracial. I'm not saying she is, so y'all don't have to correct me, but she has the phenotype to me of a biracial woman, okay? You got this Black woman here. The fact that you can clearly see that he in love with that girl, come on, no matter how much he tries to put her down or act like he doesn't, clearly we can see it in his stupid face. Look how he's looking. He's just trying to get her mad by saying what he's saying. Like, Blue, we all know that no matter what, how hard you try to go to act so hard like you don't care about her, the more you look dumb, and his baby mama think he doing something by talking about her in the BM looking dumb as well. You sound retarded. No punctuation here, a bunch of run-on sentences mashed up together. This sounds retarded. There is nobody in their right mind who will look at what Blueface does, how he refers to Krishan Rock, how he treats her, and say that you can see that he's in love. And the reason why Black women would think that this is in love, because despite Black men's treason, despite Black men's mistreatment, the disrespect, y'all still think they love you too. So of course she would think that this bandit mistreating this woman is a sign that he loves her. There's nothing that he's doing to show any love, any more than Black men show that they love Black women. Black men can't even tell you how they show you love. She said here talking about, no matter how he tries to put her down, if he loved her, he likely wouldn't be putting her down. You don't demean and degrade people that you love. She gonna say, Black man looking dumb as well because he playing her dumb ass as well. The baby mama looking dumb as well because he playing her dumb ass as well too, because he really don't want her and low key he in love with Krishan. So Black women are really out here looking at Black men's mistreatment and thinking that that's a sign that they love you. That's y'all really out here doing that? That's what y'all really, this is what y'all think is love? This is what you think is love? A man referring to a woman as bitches and hoes, like why? Because he'll have sex with her, because he got her pregnant. Like why is this being interpreted as love? Why? Because I would say he shows more love to his baby mama than he shows to Krishan Rock. He don't show no love to Krishan Rock. And this woman is sitting here talking about, oh, he's sick. I really think a lot of y'all are living vicariously through Krishan Rock. I really do believe that. I think a lot of Black women identify with Krishan Rock, and it's probably because they're the same type of woman. You're probably the same. To me, if you can defend and relate to Krishan Rock, you are the type of woman who will have a man disrespecting you publicly, calling you bitches and hoes, using other women against you, and you just go sit there and convince yourself that somebody in love with you, really? This is love to y'all? Just say that you a hood rat just like Krishan Rock at the end. Because to me, all of these run-on sentences that this woman made, all of them culminate into her saying, I'm a hood rat just like Krishan Rock. And because I'm getting hands and feet and disrespect and cheated on, I interpret that for my man. So Blueface gotta love Krishan. No, he doesn't love her. And he's acting like he does not love her. When a man does this, that does not mean they love you. It means they do not. Your love shouldn't be being shown to you by disrespect, by pitting other women against you, having you physically fight to compete. Like, this is love? I guess if this is what's love to you, then hey. That right there explains a lot to me about it explains a lot to me about it. Now, Kayla Nicole, not the one who was with Travis, the white football player, I believe he is. Let me share the screen because I only want to show y'all a comment here really quickly. I know who Kayla Nicole is. I don't really follow her. I haven't really seen her content, but I know she went viral for making these silly faces. To me, she really looked like she could have starred in Men in Black as one of the alien things, and that's not to disrespect her. But it's because of the faces that she makes. Is why I'm saying she could be in Men in Black as one of the alien things. It's because of the faces that she makes, okay? That is what she became social for. She said, I did, I'm done. Okay, so she getting divorced. Clearly, she got the same Black man that everybody else did. This was her bandit of a husband. She divorcing him. I do remember she got pregnant. She is funny. I don't watch her stuff, though. I'm going to be honest. I don't watch her stuff. I never have. I know who she is because she's went hella viral, but I don't watch her stuff. I did know that she was pregnant and I did know that she got married. But other than that, listen, if I can know that Kayla Nicole was married, then y'all ain't gonna convince me that Derek Jackson was a married man and made it be known, but nobody knew he was married. Bottom line is Derek Jackson wasn't married and nobody knew he was married because he wanted to live his life as a single man, but we gonna get into that later. Kayla Nicole got married and had a kid. She did everything the right way, but now ultimately she's still in the same position as most Black women. Despite being married, she's still gonna be this man's baby mama, okay? She gonna still be a single mother at the end of the day. I don't know how much money this bandit got, but if she don't got no prenup and he got less money, then she about to pay this bandit some alimony, okay? All right? I want to show y'all some comments, though, because they said Twitter reacts to YouTube star Kayla Nicole's divorce announcement. I want to show y'all a comment. This chick go say no shade, but married 2 kids and a divorce before the age of 23 is crazy AF to me. That's a full life. Yeah, you think it's crazy because you will stay in that marriage just for the sake of saying you got a husband. That's why it sounds crazy to you. That's why it sounds crazy to you. Because that chick would still stay married. We already know she would. Most Black women stay married, and it don't matter if they getting cheated on, beat on, diseased out. It don't matter. Because married Black women have the highest rates of STDs. That's something else that y'all don't want to brag about. Listen. While y'all bragging about y'all's marriages, I'm gonna need y'all to brag that you also got the highest rate of extramarital infidelity and STDs among any married demographic. I'm gonna need y'all to brag about that too. Don't brag about your marriages and then leave out the fact that you got the highest rates of STDs because your philandering community dick husband is living the single life while you married. Don't tell a piece of it, tell it all. Tell it all. If you're going to brag about your marriage, brag about them STDs too. Brag about the clinic that you're going to get treated for an STD as a married woman. But anyway, this ain't about married women. Well, it is, but it ain't. But anyway, I want to show y'all this comment here, though, because bandits are getting privy to y'all's desperation and they using it as a come up. These are the comments that On Site is showing, right? I want y'all to look at this comment here from these hypergamous, gold-digging, broke struggle bandits that y'all like to marry. I want y'all to read this comment. I want y'all to let this comment sink in for a minute. She left him with the kids. That man secured the bag. That alimony and child support finna hit. There's no need to be jealous of a married woman because your husband is single. So at the end of the day, if the average woman wants your husband, she can have him, and y'all ain't gonna convince me otherwise. So nobody needs to be jealous of a married black woman. You don't have anything exclusive. You have community dick. Statistical wise, you have community dick. But this bandit said she left the kids with him. That man secured the bag. That alimony and child support finna hit. If I'm a broke, nothing ass bitch bandit that's costing the government $50 billion by being broke, dusty, and having 3 trash bags all over the place, I would go marry a black woman too. I would absolutely get married to a black woman if I was a struggle bandit too. And I'm a gold-digging, hypergamous struggle bandit, and I know black women are desperate to marry me and will marry me if I have nothing and will pop out my kids. Oh, you better believe I'm coming up on some alimony and child support. These bandits got a finesse going on. And they got a finesse going on because they understand black women are desperate for marriage. Now, look, y'all can get taken to the cleaners. I don't care. That's why I'm not going to tell y'all not to get married. Get married. Bandits are planning to take you to the cleaners, though. And statistical wise, black women don't get alimony. Now, y'all can say that you do, but alimony, being given alimony is very rare for any married couple, statistical wise, but especially for black women. Statistical wise, it's almost non-existent for a black woman to get alimony statistical wise, but this bandit here is talking about securing the bag through alimony and child support by marrying black women. This ain't the only time I heard them say it. They were saying it with the Goldman Sachs thing too. Oh, well, just find you a wealthy black woman, get married to her without a prenup. That ain't hard for a bandit to do. That ain't hard. That ain't gonna be hard. That would not be hard. I knew this was going to happen. He broke and contributed nothing to the relationship or brand she had. Well, she said he got the kids, so he a stay-at-home dad now. This bandit got to come up now. He don't want to work. He broke. Okay? So this dude is about to come up off of this woman. Sadly, I mean, I hope Kayla Nicole had a prenup, but because she's a black woman, statistical wise, it's highly likely that she didn't. And now these bandits are coming for your wealth, black women. So, I mean, what y'all gonna do? You go keep being desperate for marriage, or you go marry with a prenup? Oh, but you're not going to marry with a prenup because you're the beggars. And so therefore you can't put stipulations on marriage that you are begging from bandits. Yeah, so bandits are just going to keep finessing y'all. But I'm going to need these married black women. And the next time a married black woman come and brag about her marriage, guess what I'm going to ask her? How many times you been to the clinic this month, boo-boo? How many times have you been to the clinic? Tell me the diseases that you done set up here and had to get treated because your felonious, struggle bandit, philandering, community dick husband done went and hit the block, circled it 3 different times, and brought you back to clap. Give her a round of applause, y'all. She married. I'm the only one giving you a round of applause. Your husband bringing it back to you, too. That's why you up in that clinic. Okay? Now, you can say jealousy and bitter all you want to. Go tell that to the statisticians who collect the data. Statistical wise, Black women experience the highest rate of intramarrital infidelity or extramarital infidelity. And statistical wise, you also have the highest rates of diseases of any married demographic. You just do, statistical wise. So if you come in my comment section bragging about your marriage, I'm gonna need you to brag about them STDs that you got too, and tell me how many times you done ran to the clinic so you can get rid of something that your husband done gave you. You ain't gonna find the woman he got it from though, because it's probably too many of them. Too many of them. Yeah, anytime a married woman come in my comment section, I'm gonna start clapping. How many times did your husband give you a round of applause, bitch? Okay? While you over here trying to stun on a marriage, get your ass in the clinic or go take your STD pills. Okay? I'm gonna need you to go take your STD pills and get rid of the herpes. Statistical wise. That's all I'm saying. Statistical wise. That's look, I ain't calling nobody out either. I'm not calling nobody out. I'm just saying Black women, statistical wise, you got the highest rate of STDs among married women, and you deal with the most extramarital infidelity. And if that wasn't the case, Derek Jackson's wife wouldn't even be able to make an infidelity recovery boot camp. She wouldn't even be able to make it. It would not be a successful business. She would not have a target market. But we're going to talk about Danae in a minute. Because there's a reason her target market is married Christian Black women. Because y'all are going through it in your marriages, and Jesus ain't stopping your husband's community day. Jesus ain't telling your husband to stay at home. Jesus ain't clearing those herpes when they come on your mouth or on your whatever area, your danger zone region. Jesus ain't gonna stop you from getting chlamydia, man. When your husband bring it back to you, the gift that keeps on giving. Because your husband bringing in gifts, but they ain't wrapped up. Because he ain't wrapping it up. And I want to know what some of y'all pH levels is like. That's what I really want to know. Because I'll be damned if I'm in a clinic as a married woman. How embarrassing. Can you imagine that? You married and you in a clinic because you got STD? Because they gonna either think that you out hitting the block where your husband is. It's like somebody go think that, but you ain't just running into a clinic as a married woman and you ain't embarrassed. You could say single for that, but whatever. Anyway, y'all, something's wrong with Trey Songz. And I think we really need to have an honest discussion about Trey Songz and the fact that at this point, Trey Songz is looking like he's just a degenerate at the end of the day. How many different times do we have to hear about Trey Songz getting caught up in some kind of situation because of his sexual degeneracy before we actually believe that it's likely that this is just who he is? Him and Mystical have a lot in common, apparently. This is Trey Songz, y'all. He's been sued for SA after he allegedly exposed a woman of no color's titty, okay? It looked like she barely had one, but he found it to expose it. Anyway, he was able to find it. This is the video, and this is the woman of no color. As you can see, it's blurred out. They got Trey Songz right over here next to her, so we can't say that ain't him in the video. We know it's you. And look at him. It's on video, and you do it. And he doing it. Trey Songz is being sued for SA again after a woman accused him of exposing her breasts at a pool party back in 2013. TMZ obtained the legal documents for the new lawsuit. The woman who is suing anonymously as Jane Doe, we just go call her Becky, claims Trey pulled her titty out of a bikini top without consent, exposing her to the crowd at his Foxwoods Liquid Sundays with Trey Songz event in 2013. The docs say the multiple defendants should have known about his sexual proclivities and are therefore responsible for failing to keep Trey under control during the event. I wonder, the documents say the multiple defendants should have known. Oh, okay. So they're saying that everybody around Trey Songz should know that he is a sexual deviant, and they should have. Nobody controls Trey Songz' behavior but Trey Songz. It is what it is. And this is what Trey Songz wants to do, because Trey Songz have not had a consequence for this. He keeps getting these things dropped and they keep popping up. And y'all tried to drag Keke Palmer when she said something was wrong with Trey Songz. Did y'all notice how nice Keke Palmer is looking? Let's look at her pictures, because I'm just be like, after Keke Palmer dropped that baby, pregnancy did Keke Palmer right. Let me find her post-pregnancy pictures so we can look at her. Because she been out here, like Keke been out here just looking. I'm pretty sure her name is Kiara, right? Because usually, if somebody's name is Keke, their name is Kiara. I don't know if her name is Kiara, though. I'm just saying. But I just want you, like, just killing it. Effortlessly beautiful. I want y'all to look at Keke. I'm going to leave it up right here so y'all can just take it in. Motherhood is doing her very, very well. Like, I just want y'all to look for a quick minute. Don't she look good? And I feel like she looks younger. I really do. I feel like she looks younger now. Like, this is just, I really just think this is a really pretty look for Keke Palmer. I really do. You say Keke is part of her middle name? Oh, okay. Like, even here, though, as a pregnant woman, like, she was the very definition of pregnant and glowing. Like, look at her here. So, like, pregnancy has done her very, very well. Like, look at you, Keke Palmer, just glowing up. Like, she really is. I just think she looks very, very pretty pregnant and very pretty post-pregnancy. Like, I just think this is just a beautiful picture of her right here. I really just do. I really do. I think she's very pretty. Here she looks it too. With her baby bumping. She's still skinny. With her little baby bump. Yeah, anyway. I just wanted to say that for a minute. But Keke Palmer told y'all Trey Songz went right. And since Keke Palmer came out, what is that chick? The jump off chick that's going around exposing everybody. I forgot what her name was. What was that? Selena Powell? Yeah, Selena Powell told y'all that nobody's going to believe anything that Selena Powell says, but we should have believed it when Keke Palmer said something ain't right with Trey Songz. He's an aggressive deviant. Didn't she say he tried to lock her she had to go lock herself in a closet or something to get away from him because of how weird, like Trey, there's just something ain't wrong with him. Something just ain't right with Trey Songz. And that's why I say it doesn't matter how successful they are. It doesn't matter how accomplished, how much money they have. If degeneracy is in you, degeneracy is in you. Thank you, Giggles. She said Trey was in that video when Justin Bieber was giving Odell Beckham top in the club, standing right next to Odell. Yeah, I didn't know that. Did you know that was happening? Yeah, I didn't know that they was doing that. I didn't. I mean, Justin Bieber was choking somebody's chicken. Somebody says Selena Powell is C19. Speaking of which, now listen, let me tread lightly on this because I already know how. Let me see what that real time are.
After he got the shot, but the movie he was on, he was pressured to get it. This movie he's doing with Cameron Diaz. And I'm thinking, is that why he blew up on the set a week before this medical emergency happened? Is that why he fired 3 or 4 people because he just had it with these mandates? I don't know. But what I found out from the man in the room was that the blood clot in the brain caused him at that point to be partially paralyzed and blind. Because if you read into what they were saying early on, he's communicating with us. That doesn't mean talking. That can be any.
Now, okay, so Jamie Foxx, okay? We already know what's been going on with Jamie Foxx. We know that his daughter is basically his spokesperson now. We haven't heard anything from Jamie Foxx himself. And look, bandits are out here triggered and making these videos saying, oh, CNG saying it's about Jamie Foxx. Let me tell you how remedial these bandits are. They're so dumb. Like, I get tired of talking about how dumb they are. Bandits are going out making videos because I stated a fact that none of these preferences are around Jamie Foxx as he's withering away. We know they're not, because Jamie Foxx is what, an A-list celebrity. So anybody who is in proximity to him, it would be reported that they are in proximity to him. Therefore, if Katie Holmes had been seen visiting Jamie Foxx in the hospital, or if any of his baby mamas, we would know. The fact bandits are dumb and they think everybody else is dumb with it. Talking about, oh, CNG don't know who he got by his side. How would she know? Because the media would be reporting it, dummy. The media did report that someone allegedly from Katie Holmes' camp said it was hearsay. It was basically rumor and gossip, but there are news articles that says somebody close to Katie Holmes said that she spoke about Jamie Foxx's condition. She's not there though. She didn't say it herself though. It's called someone is saying that she said something. That's what it's saying. So yes, we would know if somebody was by Jamie Foxx's side. But bandits want to get triggered and mad because they want to run around talking about how all of these women of no color love him. But ain't none of them, even the ones who had kids with Jamie Foxx, none of them are by his side. How would we know? Because he is an A-list celebrity. So if anybody went into that hospital to visit him, we would know. Just like how all of the report says the women, the black ones in his family are there by his side. His biracial daughter is there by his side. Katie Holmes ain't, and neither is any other women of no color. None of them. It is common practice when a person, this is celebrity like Jamie Foxx, is hospitalized, you typically know why. Every time Wendy Williams ended up in a hospital or in rehab, we were told why. Oh, Wendy Williams is in a hospital for this. Oh, Wendy Williams fainted because of that. Oh, Oscar De La Hoya is in a hospital because of this. So whenever a celebrity is in a hospital and they have a medical emergency, it's generally disclosed. Nobody knows why Jamie Foxx is in a hospital. They're just calling it a medical emergency. So now this man is out here. His name is AJ Benza. He's an independent journalist. And he said apparently he got contact with people close to him and that they're reporting that the vid shot is the reason why he's in this situation. They're saying this is a reaction to the vid shot. I'm inclined to believe it because otherwise, what does y'all have to hide? First of all, Jamie Foxx was fine as far as everybody else has been concerned. Prior to this hospitalization, nobody heard anything about Jamie Foxx being ill, Jamie Foxx being about to go into the hospital. Like, we ain't even heard about Jamie Foxx having no headache. And now Jamie Foxx is in a hospital. Ain't nobody seen no statement from him. I'm inclined to believe he can't write or read because he ain't put out no statements. You said Becky waiting on the wheel. Jamie is at Shirley Ryan in Chicago, top of the line rehab. Okay, that's fine, but he still ain't made no statement himself. So y'all, if Jamie Foxx is fine, why ain't he putting out no statement on his own regard? Why haven't he put out a statement then? Why is it that his daughter and everybody else is communicating for them, but ain't nobody heard nothing from Jamie Foxx? And they said he's in there playing pickleball and this man of no color that y'all listen to on the audio. Now, obviously, I muted it during the part where, because of course, y'all already know anytime anybody say something against whatever agenda that they want to put out, then they act all weird and funny, and I don't have time with it because I really don't care what y'all put in y'all's body. I just know it ain't going to mine. So whoever chooses, like, I'm not going to tell nobody what they should get or shouldn't get. I don't get flu shots. I don't get other ones. Like, I just don't, and I'm not going to. But if y'all want to, if you trust the science, if you feel like something that they cooked up in a lab in less than 6 months is safe for you, then by all means take it. I'm not taking it though. I haven't taken it. I'm not going to. Do I know some people who have? Yes. Did they still get COVID? Yes. But either way, do whatever you want to do. But anytime you speak in a disagreeable manner about an agenda or something that they want you to buy or something that they want you to push, y'all know they act weird and funny and dumb over it. And I don't want to deal with that. So that's why I'm muting out the parts where he's mentioning anything related to the bid. But at the end of the day, that's what this man is saying. And it will make sense to me. It would make sense to me because they shut down any dialogue about any side effects. Like, how are they telling y'all that there's a medical product out here that don't call Tylenol has side effects? So to sit up here and try to act like this is the one thing on the planet that just ain't gonna give you no side effects is silly. So I can take some ibuprofen and I know that eventually it'll damage my liver, or it can. But y'all go tell me that this vid injection don't got no side effects. It doesn't cause anything, but Tylenol does. And Tylenol is so old. Do y'all know how much of an OG in the game Tylenol is? Tylenol is an OG in the game. If there are side effects to Tylenol, clearly something that you cooked up in the lab, only a dummy but would believe that there is no adverse reactions to it. But you could pop a Tylenol and worry about some adverse reactions. So I'm inclined to believe that this is true. Y'all can believe what y'all want to believe, though. But let me finish playing it.
Anything. It could be, writing, science. I had somebody in the room who let me know that Jamie had a blood in his brain after he did not want the shot. Movie he was on, he was pressured to get it. This movie he's doing with Cameron Diaz. And I'm thinking, is that why he blew up on the set a week before this medical emergency happened? Is that why he fired 3 or 4 people because he just had it with these mandates? I don't know. But what I found out from the man in the room was that the blood clot in the brain caused him at that point to be partially paralyzed and blind. Because if you read into what they were saying early on, he's communicating with us. That doesn't mean talking. That could be anything. It could be, writing, sign. Mm-hmm. I had somebody.
Yeah, so basically he's saying that he spoke to somebody who was in a room. I guarantee you it wasn't one of Jamie Foxx's white baby mamas, though. He didn't, that's not who he talked about, because they wasn't in the room. And bandits can cry and whine and do whatever they want to and scream that somebody jealous. Oh, how do you know? You don't know who in the room. Yeah, because an A-lister celebrity, all of their every movement ain't tracked. Everybody that they ever associated with ain't tracked. Like, really? So we know who he had kids by, but there would be no way to find out if they were actually at the hospital. Like, you sound stupid. Like, bandits are just dumb. Like, bandits are idiots. Oh, how do you ain't in the room with him? Yeah, because I need to be in a hospital room to know who would have said something. We know Katie Holmes ain't even said nothing about it. She dated him for 6 years. She doesn't even care. She dated him for 6 years. It sounds like one of his baby mamas was a jump off one night stand and she just ended up getting pregnant. Either way, bottom line is his preferences ain't in that room. They're not. You're right. And this is important. Firefly said Jeremy Renner had his legs crushed by a snowplow, and he put out a video from his hospital bed to show he was going to be okay. Jamie is not okay. He ain't. That's why I'm saying Oscar De La Hoya was in the hospital filming in his hospital bed. So at the end of the day, if Jamie Foxx ain't made a statement, y'all ain't heard him utter a word, they won't tell y'all what's wrong with him, that right there should be your indication. That right there should be your indication that something ain't right. And just because a person is communicating, that does not mean that they're talking. I believe that this man can't talk, and I believe that he probably is blind, and it could have been from that vid show. It could have. And then they're going to put out, oh, well, there's no evidence, because of course now they got to run around because this is the only medical product out there that's fail-proof. Nothing happens, no side effects at all. They're going to say there's no evidence that the vid shot caused this. There's no evidence that it didn't either. Like, what evidence would we need to have to prove that that was the cause of it? What evidence would we need? I don't know what evidence they think we would need, or what evidence they would think would be released. Like what? We would have to see some reports some medical reports ran on them. Like, really? Somebody said Jamie is probably on life support or in a coma. It very well could be. I don't really believe anything his daughter said, because she was the one making statements, but yet she allowed people to think that this man was in a hospital for a month, and then came out and said, oh, well, he been out of the hospital for weeks. Well, you've been making statements, so why wouldn't you have said that earlier? Why wouldn't you have said that earlier? But I mean, it is what it is. Whatever's going on with Jamie Foxx, I personally don't care. I'm not one of his baby mamas, but Bandits can cry as much as they want to. His kid's mom ain't there. It just is what it is. And look, Bandits, you just gonna have to be mad. You just gonna have to be mad at the end of the day. Bottom line is, women of no color don't care nothing about y'all, not even the ones that they have kids with. And if you could be laying down with all your limbs missing, in the hospital, in a coma, whatever the situation, and they ain't gonna be there. And we know that because Jamie Foxx's baby mamas, nor Katie Holmes, is in that hospital at his bedside with him. They are not, and you're not gonna convince me otherwise. And if they were, we would know, because just as well as TMZ can pull up this and say TMZ confirmed, oh, Megan Good is out at the movies with Jonathan Majors. Yeah, so everybody will be able to track that, but they wouldn't be able to track who's going into the hospital to visit Jamie Foxx. Like, really? And he the A-list, he's one of the biggest stars on the planet. Like, Jamie Foxx is one of the biggest stars on the planet, but we're not going to know who's in the hospital visiting him. Dumb. Bandits are remedial and retarded. And I don't think there's no saving them. And it is because a lot of bandits are crack babies. And I really do believe that. I do. Just like I believe that Martell has like a demon in him. And something is wrong with Sheree. Sheree is such a clout chaser, y'all. And I'm talking about Sheree Whitfield. She's such a clout chasing black male worshiper because she's really dumb. It's like, you gonna go hook up with the likes of Martell. Like, really? That's the man you go get with? Martell Holt? Martell Holt. You go get with Martell. Of all people, you go slum with the sleazy likes of Martell. Martell is sitting up here, and they said he's seemingly admitting to threatening Melody Holt with some revenge, PORN. And I don't know if you guys remember when Melody Holt, she went live on Instagram to talk about the threats of this video. And she emphasized many, many times that she was married to this man. I don't know why y'all think that would matter. Well, usually when somebody submits a sex tape, I don't think people are like, oh, I wonder if they were married or not. Like, nobody cares if you were married, girl. Like, y'all got some real issue. Like, black women really think people look at them differently if they married. Don't nobody care if you married. Like, you don't have to say 20 times in your video, oh, if anybody was wondering, I was married to him when we did this tape. Who cares? Like, a lot of people wouldn't care whether you were or were not. Like, I do think Melody is really pretty, though. I do think she is. I think Melody is exceptionally pretty. I don't think that Sheree is an upgrade, and I think whoever thinks that Sheree is an upgrade is a problem. Sheree is not an upgrade to Melody Holt. I don't know who said that she was, But she's not. But Martell is over here being the bandit that he is, and Martell gets a lot of defenses. Y'all know the last time we talked about Martell, it was because black male worshiping Sheree wanted to sit here and say, why you keep calling these black men aggressive? Ma'am, they are aggressive. Specifically, the ones that you have been with have been aggressive towards you. Like, you're not gonna have a history of a black man going oops upside your head, sitting in the car talking about how he should have hit you harder, and then you want to sit there and try to tell Kenya that she needs to stop labeling black men as aggressive when you literally have lived the consequences of black male aggression. She's literally lived the consequences of black male aggression. Martell Holt, in case anybody is confused, absolutely Martell Holt is aggressive and he is abusive. And this is one of the ways his abuse manifests. Because since Melody, and I don't know if y'all watched all the seasons, I went back and I binge watched all of the seasons of Love and Marriage Huntsville because I wanted to get up to the new season because y'all wanted me to review it. I haven't been reviewing it because ain't really much to talk about on this season. There really, I don't know if y'all noticed or not, but there's really not a lot to talk about on Love and Marriage Huntsville this season. I mean, Tisha is going to be delusional as she is and think her husband ain't out cheating on her. And I don't have time for a biracial woman to try to pretend like she's a black woman just because, and she can't even find her black daddy. So it's like, you don't even know if you biracial. You can't even find your parents. You can't even find them. But there's not much going on. There just really isn't that much going on Love and Marriage Huntsville. That's why I really haven't talked about it. I'll talk about little clips like this because I have been watching it. I've been watching the show. I didn't watch the one from last night, but I'm about to watch it today. I don't think it came out last night. I think they said it's coming out on Saturday. Either way, I always watch them on the DVR after they air, so I haven't watched the latest one. But there's not a lot going on. There's really not going on. But Melody came out and she talked about this revenge porn and this tape that Martell was going to put out. And I guess in this video, let's see if it plays or if I got to download it.
Of her and I did. I sent you a screenshot and I sent you, did you see that text message in your phone? I mean, that my PR sent to you?
There was so many images. I got through as
No,
many.
no, I'm sorry, but it was a text message. It was only one text message. And I sent it to you, but I sent you all these documents for a particular reason. And I asked my PR if he had seen it all. She told me if she'd seen it all. Because when I talk, I want you to be able to be like refer to
Go ahead.
it. Yeah. So the text message.
And just so you guys know, the static is coming from Martell's connection. I seen Naomi Osaka and her baby daddy. All I'm gonna say is that I hope she had a prenup. For Naomi Osaka and any other black woman who is accomplished, who has money, if you're going to chase after bandits for money, you should do it and get a prenup so you can protect your resources. That's the only thing I have to say, even about Kayla Nicole and Naomi Osaka, because 9 times out of 10, if you have a rich, wealthy black woman, she's going to marry down when she marrying a black man. We've seen that happen so many different times, but I would just hope Naomi Osaka is protecting her resources from whoever she's having a kid by or marrying. That's all I would say. Black women really need to become privy to this finesse that black men are trying to run on them. But this ain't about Naomi Osaka. Martell Holt is a bandit. He is abusive and he's aggressive, and he's been terrorizing Melody since she divorced him. He just have. How you gonna run up into a party that you ain't invited to, asking for a kid that you know you don't want to take? You sitting over here, you're just trying to harass this woman at the end of the day because she don't want you. Martell needs to move on, but instead he wants to act like a bandit, an abusive one. But I wanted y'all to know the staticiness from the connection is from this video. It's not on my end, because you'll notice that the only time you hear it is when he talks. So let's get into it as he talks about threatening her with this tape.
I said, stop bullying me.
Okay, I saw that.
Right.
Go ahead. I saw that.
Okay, yeah, it was like almost like like I was begging her to stop going online, saying stuff about me, and dragging me. And this was like a year and a half ago. I was like begging her to
I
said,
saw
stop
that.
bullying me. You know what I'm saying? And I think in her interview, she mentioned that. But I'm like, dang, if I'm up here begging you to stop bullying me, you're not doing a lot before that and dogging you out. No, I was begging you to leave me alone. And then I sent her a screenshot and I told her, I don't care if this ruined me or not. I said, leave me alone. You know what I'm saying? I sent her the screenshot.
Okay, hold on, because it looked like this Mike TV dude got something he want to say. So let me take that off and pause for the cause, because this is the only one time I'm going to address you. So thank you for the super chat. Oh my God, why would you? We gotta have a mod meeting. We really do. Because y'all need to stop deleting people that don't need to be deleted. This man didn't come in here and say nothing problematic. And if now I can't even address the comment because you came on here and deleted it and no one told you to. Like, no one said delete this man's super chat. Like, really? I wanted to address this and now I can't address it because I don't have the super chat comment. Don't block people's super chats. I wanted to read that. Okay, now I can't read it because you deleted the message. Now I got to see if I can delete it, if I can view it. And I can't because you deleted it. Yeah, like that. Like I'm gonna start unmodding some of y'all. Like what Pep RP? I need to know what was the point of you deleting that message? What was the point of that? No, it was, you don't get to determine which ones are disrespectful. I do. And obviously, if I just said I was going to address it, then you don't get to come on here and delete it. If I'm saying I'm going to address it, then why would you delete it? Anyway, my TV came on here and I read a little bit before it was deleted. So let me just address your comment here, Mike TV. Because first of all, kudos to you for finessing those dumb bandits who paid you $5 to review a video that they could have simply went on there and watched for free, and that I'm sure they've watched for free. So kudos to you. Kudos to you for running a finesse on these dumb bandits, because they need to be finessed. But you can hope in one hand, and I think they say you can shit in the other and see which fills up faster. At the end of the day, Black women need to stop birthing Black males at the end of the day. And it's not because they're Black and male, it's because they are degenerate and they are trajected to continue to be degenerate. They're growing up in the same communities and households as Black women, yet they're on a trajectory to further degeneracy, staying rooted in it, and Black women are not. So you can say that it's genocide, you can say it's whatever you want to. I'm absolutely going to continue to promote it, because Black women need to stop birthing these bandits, who then turn around and sit up in videos and talk about how mothers are the worst parents and how all of these bad outcomes are coming from Black women raising their children. Stop birthing these bandits. Stop doing it. Oh, okay. I'll unmod you if you want to be unmodded. That's fine. I mean, I wasn't going to unmod you, but I mean, you said you was trying to stop him from trolling. He wasn't trolling. I talked about his post that he tagged me in the beginning of the video. I mean, but if you just don't want to be a mod, then that's fine. You don't have to be a mod. I don't think you should have deleted the comment. That, like, and the funny thing is, before you deleted the comment, I clearly said I'm about to address it and respond to it. So I don't know why you would delete it even when I'm saying I'm about to address it. But yeah, I just don't want people's stuff being deleted if I'm about to read it and address it. I don't know this dude from a can of paint. The only thing that I know he did is tag me in a post that he did charging bandits $5 to vote on a deep dive. And really, you didn't really do a deep dive. I don't know why you would call that a deep dive. You more like reviewed some video clips that are literally posted up there. But the bandits are the ones who are stupid for paying you to do it. But I don't know what y'all were trying to prove. Did you do the deep dive because you thought something that you were going to say was going to influence me to stop saying something? It's not. And I don't know why bandits think that they can do something to get, the only thing bandits can do to get me to stop talking about them is stop being bandits. That's the only thing that you can do. Otherwise, you're not going to do anything. You're not going to say anything. Like, that wasn't a deep dive, and foolishly, you got your video copyright strike, so now it's banned. Like, nobody can even watch it. Like, nobody can even watch it now. But at the end of the day, absolutely not. I'm going to continue to promote what I'm promoting. I'm going to continue to suggest that Black women thin the herd and mate selectively. And I'm going to continue to suggest that you stop giving birth to the people who are growing up to toe tag you and calling you their enemies. Alibaba said, thank you for continuing to share your knowledge. Thank you so much for the super chat. No, I'm definitely going to continue doing it. Like, bandits have done everything that they could possibly do. Let me see. I can't say and check my email. Okay, let me check it right now and see what we got going on. And then I'm about to get into this Danae situation and get off of here. But I don't know, Mike, if you were doing that in hopes that I was going to stop, I don't, yeah, your hope might be dashed. Ooh, thank you, Themis, for sending this. Odell and Justin. Oh, wow. Let me show y'all this. Yeah, let me show y'all this. I think I can show it. I can't play the music behind it, but I'll show it. Y'all let me know what y'all think is going on here. Let me see. But I don't know why bandits think they can do something to get me to stop talking about what I want to talk about. I'm going to talk about what I want to talk about. Y'all tell me what y'all think is happening here. This do look a certain type of way. This do look a certain type of way, y'all. That does look a certain type of way. It does. I mean, for the sake of not defaming or slandering anybody's name, I'm just gonna say that look a certain way. That looks a certain way. They gonna say, was he trying to tie OBJ's shoes? Y'all already know what I think about Odell Beckham. Odell Beckham belongs in the LGBTQ community, and I don't know why he doesn't just say that. Like, I want Odell Beckham to come out already and tell us what we already know. I don't know why he's hiding it. Like, we live in a society to where you shouldn't have to be on the down low anymore. And I really feel like men like Odell Beckham just need to come out and go ahead and just go ahead and live in your truth, Odell. That's all you need to do is live in your truth, because we already see what's going on. Let me get to this Trey Songz over here being a predator. Like, Trey Songz is the problem. We can ask New World Tarot to ask us exactly what happened. Y'all should go tell her to do a reading on it. But look, listen, because we already know Martell Holt is a bandit, and then like that whole super chat dissipated the energy. But anyway, we're still going to get into it even still. Martell Holt is a bandit, and he's terrorizing his ex-wife, and Black people keep defending him. That's how strong Black male worship is that Black women will defend a man like Martell Holt. But So while I was on my break, y'all, obviously this stuff with Danae Jackson has been blowing up, and y'all know we did 2 videos reviewing it. That's a long interview. I don't really think that all of it is going to get reviewed. I don't think that anybody has finished reviewing the whole interview. But Danae Jackson has released information. Real Truth says, saying for shits and giggles, Black women should hit and quit, bust one, excel slowly, and then get the hell on. Have a great day, and thanks for all you do. I agree too. I agree too. Use them for what they should be used for. At the end of the day, bandits are already showing that they have specific uses. One of those uses is sexually, and one of them is athletically. But notice how nobody's recruiting bandits to do anything that has to do with intellect, and that's because they're dumb. And I really wish I really wish in the Black community we could have honest discussions, and we wouldn't have to shy away from saying bandits are dumb when bandits really are dumb. The reason nobody's recruiting them for anything that has to do with intellectualism, not even within the sports industry, is because they are dumb. That is why nobody is recruiting them for anything except sex or athleticism. Other than that, nobody's really asking bandits to do anything. You don't really see them in any areas where intellect is involved, and that's because bandits are extremely stupid. They're just dumb. And if you look all over globally, they're dumb. Doesn't mean every single one of them are dumb, no. But it means as a collective group, as a collective whole, there are some exceptions though, but as a collective group, bandits are dumb. They're dumb. There's no indication of them being smart. There's no indication of them being intellectual. On an individual basis, yes, you have some of them who are highly smart and intellectual. As a group, yeah, right. As a group, they're barely literate. As a group, they exhibit signs of being crack babies. That's what they exhibit. And I really think that we need to have an honest discussion about this, because I know people want to paint bandits out to be something that they're not. I know y'all like to look at bandits through the lenses of perpetual infants, but that's not who they are. The infant stage is the shortest stage of a person's life. Adulthood is the longest. So for most of their lives, they're going to be a grown bandit. They're going to be a grown bandit out terrorizing the entire community. At the end of the day, this is what they've been doing. Even if Mike TV want to come up here and explain to me why Black women should be birthing these bandits, because I don't see a reason to. I don't see a reason to. I've asked many different Black men, why should we continue to birth you? What do you contribute to the community except for genetics? And nobody can give me a valid reason why to birth these bandits. I can write you a laundry list as to why you shouldn't, though. There is no reason to birth them, especially not all willy-nilly. And I'm not even saying don't give birth to any of them. I'm saying selectively mate. Only give birth to the children of certain types of men. Do they need to be Black? No, I don't think that they should be Black. I don't think they need to be Black. And I don't think that Black women should focus on that. There's more at stake in terms of your legacy and your lineage than just some brown skin. There's nothing wrong with you wanting to have Black kids and replicate yourself. There is nothing wrong with that. But when that's all you care about, then yes, it becomes a problem, and an evil problem. Bandits are giving you no reason to continue to birth them. None. Look at the condition of our community and look at how long it's being this way, and look at the common denominator. While we already know who's doing everything, because look, bandits will tell you that your problem is birthing them. That's what they want you to be accountable for. If they ask about you being accountable, most of them is going to say, oh, Black women need to be accountable for choosing wrong. So basically, you choosing to have kids by Black men. They want you to be accountable for being single mothers. You know how you cannot be a single mother? Stop giving birth to them. Don't give birth. You ain't no single mother. They are the ones who keep telling it. So no bandit needs to get mad at me. Y'all are promoting the same message. Y'all are promoting the same message. You never hear bandits cry and complain about all this crime that Black women are committing, because Black women ain't committing crimes. They want to run around and lump the responsibility for all the ills of the community on you, based solely on you giving birth. So stop giving birth then. Don't birth them then. Y'all ain't the ones running around terrorizing the community, getting in gangs, spreading violence, spreading diseases, creating single mothers all over the place. Black women ain't doing that. Black men are. They're trying to make it your fault because you won't stop birthing them. Because you will continue to birth them, they're always going to lump all of the problems in the community on your doorstep, because at the end of the day, they cannot exist unless you let them exist. So they're promoting the same message that I'm promoting. They're just too stupid to realize it because they're not smart. They are dumb. Hey, Ken Billions. I bet you Ken Billions can't tell us why we should be birthing them either. I want Mike TV to come tell us why we should be birthing these bandits. Ken Billions, if you got an argument as to why we should continue giving birth to them, please present it. Anybody, whoever has any reason, any legitimate reason, and sustaining the Black community in its current state is not a reason to keep giving birth. It's not a reason. It's not. And it sounds foolish, people running around saying, oh, well, then we won't have any more Black people. Well, then the Black community, look at the Black community. Look at it. You don't have a trajectory for excellence. You don't have a trajectory for progress. You have a trajectory for becoming a permanent underclass. And you're trying to save that because these remedial bandits won't step up to the mantle of manhood, won't be smart, won't do what other men are doing. Stop birthing them. There is no reason to. Anytime a bandit can sit his dumb ass in a video like this, we gonna run it back. So maybe Mike TV can come on here and you can do an independent video. I probably ain't gonna watch it, but you can do an independent video telling us why we should birth them. Anytime a bandit sits up in a video making dumb statements like this, it's time to shut your womb down.
Parents on the entire planet. That's the first thing. And statistics back that. So over 70% of young men that grow up under a single mother in particular, end up in prison. And because the reason why so many of us are messed up is because we were all, or most of us were raised by women, which are the worst parents on the entire planet, statistical wise.
Oh boy, I don't know about y'all, but I'm skeptical.
If you don't give birth, you don't have an epidemic of single mothers, because clearly the solution to these bandits is not that they take care of their kids. That's not the solution. They will shame you for giving birth, but they won't shame a man for walking out on a child that he helped to create. First of all, men control pregnancy. I don't know if y'all know that or not, but you control whether a woman gets pregnant. You do. If you do not impregnate a woman, there is no pregnancy. I don't care how wide open her legs are. Your genetic material has to leave your body and enter hers. If that does not happen, there is no baby. Statistical wise, Let Go is already telling you that if these males are raised by a single mother, they're projected to go to prison. They're projected to be in a gang. That's if another Black man don't toe tag them. Their trajectory is nothing positive. Why would you continue birthing them? Why? So you can see them become a statistic? So you can see them end up in prison? So you can see them get toe tagged by another Black man or a race soldier? Why would you be birthing them? Sounds like you got more reasons to not birth them than to birth them. That's what it sounds like. Sounds like you have every reason to stop birthing them, and Blackness is the only reason to continue to birth them. This is the Blackness that you want to birth children into, though? You ain't thinking about the environment. At least stop birthing them until the environment changes. And I think that if Black women weren't so detached from their femininity, they would be thinking about how important the environment is to rearing children. This is not a conducive environment. It's just not. Ken Billion said, "Go no birth, go be free." I don't know what you mean by that, but thank you for the super chat anyway. Thank you so much, Lashik Mondro. She said, "Okay, $5 for Mr. Billions." It is. Look, it is. He could have just left the comment. I'm not. People are not mandated. I don't mandate people to send super chats. Like you're not required to send a super chat if you don't want to. It's good and I appreciate it, but nobody is. It's not mandatory. So, But I will look, I'll have the conversation. I will have the conversation. Thank you so much, Lashik. You're very generous. I really appreciate it. Y'all are gonna make me shed a tear, like for real. Now, look, I'm willing to have the discussion. I'm not willing to have the discussion with a whole bunch of bandits, though. But I am willing to have the discussion. I genuinely, if y'all want me to stop telling Black women to stop birthing Black males, then give me a reason why we should. I've asked this a number of times. I've asked it from Black women. I've asked it from Black men. Nobody can give me a legitimate reason as to why Black women should continue to birth Black males. And it's because you don't have one. And most people are too afraid to say there's no reason other than Blackness to create these males, to continue to birth them. There is no reason. I'm not afraid to say it. I'll take the backlash. I don't care about I don't care about what they say anyway. Y'all can say whatever y'all want to. You can do whatever roasting videos, do whatever deep dives. I don't care. I don't care, honestly. I know there's a lot of Black women who do care. They don't want to be told that they're genocidal. They don't want to be told that they're supporting white supremacy. You support white supremacy by birthing the greatest non-white contributor to white supremacy, but you ain't thinking about that. You're not thinking about how much Black men contribute to white supremacy. Of course you're not. But I'm not afraid to admit that there's no reason to have them aside from Blackness. Now, if you just want some Black kids, sure, then there's a reason to create Black males. Sure, if you want Black kids. Other than that, absolutely not. Absolutely not. And bandits do not need to be a part of this discussion because bandits don't give birth. Bandits don't have to be pregnant with male children and be at risk for every genetic disease and complication with pregnancy that increases when you carry a male child. Bandits don't have to go through that. Women do. And now you can call it women, you can call it birthing people, you can call whatever you want to. But the bottom line is there's only one group of people who have to go through that. Only for these ungrateful, treasonous bandits to sit up in videos and tell you that you're the worst parents on the face of the earth. Now, I ain't saying Black women perfect. I'm not saying you perfect, but they're shaming you because you're choosing to raise them in the absence of their bandit of a father, abandoning them. They don't have to bear the burden of raising children. They will just walk out. And the community says that it is okay for them to just blame you. Sure, bandits don't got to go raise their kids. We gonna just blame Black women. Blame the single mothers, ostracize them for having children, and y'all sitting up popping out these babies? Absolutely not. It won't be me. It won't be me. No, absolutely not. It will not be me. And y'all can accuse me of anything, but you will not be able to accuse me of having a male child. You will not. You will not be able to accuse me of birthing a male child. I don't care what anybody thinks about it. Everybody is saying everything, men and women. That's the thing. It ain't just bandits who don't like me saying that. Black male worshipers don't like it. Black male worshipers hate it. But I bet you they won't pull up though. I bet you they won't give me a reason outside of Blackness to continue to birth them. I bet you they won't do that. You can do as many deep dives into my videos as you want to. I bet you won't debunk nothing. You can sit up there talking about abortions being the equivalent to some bandits committing genocide. What are they called? Femicide against the women. You can sit there and make that false equivalent. It's not the same. And quite frankly, Black women haven't gotten enough abortions, if you ask me. They haven't gotten enough. So you can sit there and say, oh, well, I'm sure Black women done killed more Black babies. They don't tell you the gender of the fetus that you abort. So where are you getting that from? Please show the data where they're telling you the gender of the fetus that got aborted before you even tell the gender. So how dare you sit up in a video and say, oh, Black women done aborted more Black male babies than Black men toe tag Black women? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You don't know that. You're just sitting up there lying. You're lying. You're lying to try to prove a point, but you're going to tell me you did a deep dive into my videos? Please, you ain't deep enough to do a deep dive into my videos. You ain't debunked nothing. You sat up there and talked about makeup. Silly rabbit, tricks are for kids, and you ain't running no trick over here because ain't no kids over here. Take that bullshit to the black male worshipers who set up in your comment section egging you on, and the bandits who got a finesse pulled on them. You go take that to them. Talking about you done aborted, black women already aborted a bunch of black male babies. Says who? Where are you getting your data from? Where are you getting your data from? Talking about black femicide have been debunked. So your information is better than the FBI's? You silly, arrogant bandit. You probably can't even spell femicide. A lady 747 said, agree with you with a slight change. Why have black girls that they can abuse? Who? Who can abuse? If you ain't giving birth to bandits, who's going to be abusing them? And I think a woman should check the mentality of when I say stop birthing the bandits who are the problems in the community, and you feel compelled to bring up black girls, you should ask yourself, why do you feel compelled to bring up black girls in a discussion involving black males who are contributing to all the ills of the community? Why do you feel compelled to do that? And I'm not saying that to put anybody on the spot. I'm just saying it because we should be thinking about why certain thoughts enter our mind when we're having discussions. Black women and black men are not engaging in the same behaviors. Like I said, one is projected to have success. The other is projected to be criminals and go to prison, although they're both being raised in the same households. They're both being raised in the same households. Black women, black girls are not getting any type of special treatment at all. They're not getting any type of special treatment. They can sit up there and talk about the disparate treatment that black boys are facing in school. Black girls are going to the same ones. In comparison to their white female counterparts, they're getting disparate treatment. So y'all ain't the only ones. Black women dealing with more than what you're dealing with. You got male privilege on your side. We're double oppressed, black and woman. Therefore, you don't have an excuse for your degeneracy. You don't have an excuse for your failures in my eyes. You don't have an excuse over here. You need to tell me why you're not utilizing your male privilege to actualize as successful, effective males. Why aren't you doing that when you got male privilege on your side? You got a whole system designed to give you privileges just because you were born a male and you're still a failure. You still the nothing ass bitches of society. I need to know why. Because for me, if I'm going to birth a male, I need to look at what is my son going to turn into? What is going to influence the lifestyle of my son when he becomes a man, which is the state that he's going to spend the most of his life in as an adult male? And if I'm looking at, oh, okay, he got a degenerate community here where black men are encouraging him to be a criminal, black men may toe tag him, he got a racist system to deal with here. Truthfully, I don't really feel like black men deal with a lot of racism, but sure, we can sit here and say it's racism. Okay, cool. Black men are oppressed by race, fine. That's an issue. You got race soldiers over here. You got the prison industrial complex. When they a child, you got school to prison pipeline. What is wrong with you, black women? Why did you birth your sons into that type of environment? Why? You know exactly what type of environment you are birthing them in, and you are still doing it. You're still doing it. You know his lifespan is going to be short. You know the likelihood of him being successful is almost none. And you know that because it's been happening generation after generation after generation. You know that if a race soldier don't toe tag him, another black man will. So why did you have children in that type of environment? Dogs understand how necessary it is to select the appropriate environment. So if dogs can understand that, why can't you as a higher level thinking human being? You're telling me female dogs, actual bitches, are smarter than black women? No. If a dog can figure out the appropriate environment, then so should you. And this is no environment to be birthing and raising children in. It's no environment to do that. None. You are literally birthing your children in the middle of a war zone, and you think it's smart. You think it's smart. You might as well get pregnant, go travel to Iraq, and have your kid there in the middle of a war zone while bombs and guns are being shot off. Just go have your kids there. You might as well. They're the reason they call Chicago Chirac. They're the reason they might as well call Atlanta that too, because black men are running amok in Atlanta too. They running amok in Detroit. They running amok in LA. They running amok in Charlotte. They running amok in Baltimore. They running amok everywhere. And y'all want me to pretend that they're not. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to pretend like they're not a problem. They are. They are a problem. I'm not going to sit up here and pretend that they're not just because y'all want to lie to yourselves. They are a problem. There's no reason to birth them. The only reason you birthing them is because you want black children and you're a black male worshiper. That's it. You had a chick out in the projects. She already got 4 kids living in the project, but she's sitting there tearing up her baby shower because she having a girl, not another boy. Ma'am, you in the projects. Let me find that video. I just got to show y'all this. Let me find this video because look, this is the problem. It's like, lady, you got bigger issues. It's like, ma'am, if you don't get your priorities straight, let me find this because I commented on it and said it's giving black male worship in the project. I want y'all to look at this. I want y'all to look at this foolishness here. And y'all not gonna tell me this is not a project because I know what a project is and I know what a project look like. Now, can we first all agree that this is indeed the projects? This is the projects, okay? Look at this lady.
You didn't spell your gender reveal because you didn't want another girl.
This is a hard project full of mostly black women and children, full of mostly black women and children. And her concern is that she ain't having a male child. Ma'am, why are you having child after child after child in a project? I'm not having no project babies and then turning over tables because I can't have a male child that's going to grow up and terrorize the projects and make it unsafe. The projects are what they are because of your male children. That's why you got the projects, because of your male children turning into adults and terrorizing the streets, making your communities unsafe, and you want to pretend that you ain't. She over here getting mad in a project. Look at her, project. So that's why I said it's giving black male worship in the projects, and it is. Now, you know damn well that just because you want a boy don't mean you gonna have one. But you over here in a project turning over tables, acting out aggressively because you're not giving birth to a male child, and y'all want to tell me black male worship. Where are your baby daddies, ma'am? And why haven't they got you out of the projects? And look, I'm not trying to shame anybody for being in the projects. I don't poverty shame. I grew up poor. I'm not the one to poverty shame nobody. I know what it's like to live in a car. I know what it's like to live in a church. I know what it's like to not have a home. So I'm not sitting here poverty shaming anybody, but you can damn sure believe that these eggs would not produce no child if I'm living in a project, and I damn sure ain't having 3 kids in no damn project. And then I'm sitting there throwing a tantrum because I'm having a male child. Get your ass out the projects, lady. Right, a Section 8 mentality is definitely what it is. Like, girl. Anyway, let's talk about Danae Jackson, because I can't. And I get these men are coming in here. They think their opinion matter. They're used to bullying black women. I'm telling y'all, listen, they wouldn't be acting like this if they weren't used to no, they're used to terrorizing black women. They are used to terrorizing and bullying Black women. They don't like that there's a Black woman that they can't bully into shutting up. So no matter what you come over here and say, no matter how many deep dives you do, no matter how many exposés you do, it's going to be the same thing. It's just going to. Nobody's afraid of you. Like, I don't know why bandits think that somebody is afraid of you. Like, you really running around these streets believing that you're a threat to something other than the fiscal budget? You a threat to people's peace, you are. Because you always running amok doing something that you ain't got no business doing. Going to people's homes when they told you not to bring your raggedy ass back over. But anyway, listen, the reason why I put up this old video is because people are acting like Danae Jackson and her marriage infidelity boot camp is a new concept. It's not. Do I believe she's capitalizing on it now? Yes. Do I believe this could have been a plan that her and Derek Jackson enacted? Yes. Do I think everybody who is saying that this is a scam is on the right track? Absolutely. Shout out to the beautiful Yanni. I want to say that too. Shout out to the beautiful Real Talk with Yanni. I was just listening to her video before I came out here. Y'all know I love me some Yanni. So anyway, and Yanni did a very good presentation of running all those videos and showing how the women who he was exposed to cheating for were mostly light-skinned women, which they were based on what Tasha K did. So Yanni did a really good video presentation of that. I was just watching it before I came on here. But when I saw it, I start thinking about this video here that Danae made back on March 19th. As you can see down here, the date is March 19th. It's June. We already know she just came out with this website talking about these prices of this course. No doubt she's about to finesse married Christian Black women because, like I said, if Black married women didn't have such a high rate of extramarital affairs and infidelity, she would not be able to run this. The reason she is able to put up this infidelity recovery boot camp and charge $7,000 is because most Black women who are married are being cheated on. And despite being cheated on them, most of them are not going to leave their marriages because then they can't run around and say, my husband, my husband, my husband. Danae Jackson admitted that when she got engaged, she immediately started bragging. Even though Derek Jackson had put her in a rotation, according to her, even though he disregarded her feelings, he wouldn't read it. He like just running amok, just community dick in every sense of the word. Even though that was the case, she still has not left. She is still married to Derek Jackson. So the only thing Danae Jackson could teach you to do is endure long suffering. That's the only thing she could teach you to do because that's all she's done. Danae Jackson is not healed, and I don't know anybody in their right mind, and I'm specifying anybody in their right mind. I don't know anybody in their right mind who would take any coaching from Danae Jackson. I don't. Danae Jackson has not healed. Danae Jackson is still in this toxic relationship. She is still married to this man. But this is what she put out in March of this year. I want y'all to listen to it.
You're looking to be set free and to gain clarity on whether you should stay in your marriage or leave, this is for you. Click the link in my bio, register, and let's walk step by step through the process to become holy.
So she's already had this out. She had this out back in March. Okay.
Lately, a lot of you have been asking me, how do you get through infidelity? Because you have been dealing with the pain alone. It's probably the number one most common question that I get from people who reach out to me. Now,
She said the number one question she gets from people, and she should have just said Black women. She should have just said Black women. The number one question that she gets from married Black women is, how do you deal with the infidelity in your relationship now? Are Black women looking for someone to tell them to walk away from their marriages? No. They're looking for someone to tell them how to endure the suffering of their husbands cheating on them. This is her target market. Okay, whenever you do a business, you have to have a target demographic that you're going to promote your message to. So Danae Jackson's target market is Black married Christian women who are getting cheated on in their marriages and who don't want to leave. That is her target market. If you listen to her advertisement, she's telling you, I am here to help you endure the cheating, not walk away. Not walk away. That's what you got to listen to what she's saying.
Followed by, how did you go from this to this in the midst of public scandal? So I decided I'm finally going to create an online infidelity recovery bootcamp to show other people how to heal from excruciating pain and anger after your spouse has been unfaithful.
Now, I want y'all to, I'm telling you to listen to what she's saying. So if anybody try to say she's not targeting this towards married Christian Black women, she is. Her whole demographic. That's why she said, I'm here to show you how to deal with the heartbreak of infidelity from your spouse. Spouse is a term for married couples, not single women, because single women will just walk away. She's here to teach Christian married Black women how to stay in their relationship when their husband cheats, because that is what she did. She can't teach you how to do anything but what she did. She can't teach you how to walk away. She can't teach you how to heal. She can teach you how to endure. And that is what she's doing. She's going to help married Christian Black women endure cheating from their husbands, just like she's learned to endure with it and keep it. This is a woman who said she was a willing participant in a rotation between her husband and some other women. She didn't walk away, so she can't teach anybody how to walk away. She ain't healed. She can't teach you how to heal when she has not healed herself. But you can best believe married Black women are about to flock to her. They're going to flock to her.
If this is something you or someone you know is suffering from, and you're looking to be set free and to gain clarity on whether you should stay in your marriage or leave, this is for you. Click the link in my bio, register, and let's walk step by step.
Now, note that she said if you're figuring out how to stay married, and that's what she put at the forefront, because the only thing, she can't teach you to leave. She hasn't left. She didn't file for it. Well, she counter-filed from Derrick Jackson, but Derrick Jackson initiated the divorce proceeding in this relationship. She did not. So she can't even teach you how to leave. She can only teach you how to stay and deal with it. That's what she's going to do. And if married Black women didn't statistical-wise have the experience the most cheating from their husband and subsequently the most diseases from their husband, she would have no business. She wouldn't have no business. It's not a bunch of BS, because how is it BS when she's offering to teach women to do what she did? She's teaching married Black women to stay married despite cheating, because that is what they want to do. They want to stay married to their cheating, philandering, community dick husband. They ain't gonna stop cheating, just like Derrick Jackson didn't stop cheating on her. So she's like, okay, well, I'll show you how to stay in the marriage and endure the cheating.
Process to become whole.
And she's saying you should profit from your pain. She wants to profit from your pain. I'm going to play the beginning of this.
Lately, a lot of you have been asking me, how do you get through infidelity? Because you have been dealing with the pain alone. It's probably the number one most common question that I get from people who reach out to me. Followed by, how do you go from this to this in the midst of public scandal? So I decided I'm finally going to create an online infidelity recovery bootcamp to show other people how to heal from excruciating pain and anger after your spouse has been unfaithful. If this is something you or someone you know is suffering from, and you're looking to be set free and to gain clarity on whether you should stay in your marriage or leave, this is for you. Click the link in my bio, register, and let's walk step by step through the process to become whole.
Now, let me tell y'all why I don't think this is a scam. The reason why I don't think this is a scam, hold on. Because she's essentially just telling women that she'll help them to do what she did. So where would the scam be? Where would the scam be? For people who think this is a scam, what would she be scamming on? She's not teaching you how to leave. She's not teaching you how to leave. She's saying, if you listen to what she's saying that if you are dealing with marital infidelity, I'm going to show you how to cope with it. She's not scamming anybody. She ain't scamming. She's not scamming because she's not telling you, I'm gonna teach you how to walk away. I'm gonna teach you how to do anything. Now, she may be scamming on the part where she's saying that she's healed, because it's quite obvious that she's not a healed woman, but everything else, she ain't scamming. She's telling you she's gonna help you stay in your marriage while your man is cheating on you. That's what she's telling you. And that's what she did. And she can help you do that. As a Christian woman, she can help you do that. Her target market are Black Christian married women. You're saying the scam is the price? Not really, because people are not obligated to sign up for her services. How do you scam people with a $7,000 price? If you don't want to pay the price, just don't pay it. Don't sign up for the course. Like, that's just like telling Lamborghini they can't price their cars at $100,000 or more. They're scamming somebody for doing it. No, they're not. You don't scam people by setting a certain price. A scam is saying, I'm going to offer you something, you're going to pay, but then you're not going to get it. She's telling you, I'm going to help you stay in this janky marriage where you've been cheating on. Where is the scam? She's not price gouging. She's not obligated to put a part. Now, I think she's charging a lot. Yes. Is she charging a lot? Yeah. She's charging a lot, but where is the scam? Where is the scam? It says Janaea Jackson charging up to $5,000 for infidelity recovery boot camp following her divorce from Derrick Jackson. She's not divorced from Derrick Jackson. She's still married. And I don't know if Bassa paid attention to her interview. She said in her interview, we are still married. There has been no progress on the divorce. There's no progress on this divorce. She's still married to this man. She's still married. And I don't think she's looking to leave Derrick Jackson. And for the person who asked me, do I think she signed a prenup? Absolutely. And the reason I think she signed a prenup is because beggars can't be choosers. This woman said in a 9-year situationship with this man while he was rotating other women. What do you think she did? Do you think when he presented her with marriage and said, you need to sign this prenup, do you think she said no or yes? She probably did sign a prenup. Absolutely. That doesn't mean she wouldn't get at least child support from him, but she's still married to him. She's still married. I think Derrick Jackson is the one that's scamming. Because Janaea ain't pretending that she's getting out of this relationship. She ain't pretending. She didn't say she's getting out of this relationship. She didn't say, I'm going to teach you how to walk away. She said, I'm going to teach you how to stay. How is she scamming? She's teaching you how to do exactly what she did. She's scamming because she forgot the part where your husband tries to leave you after all his cheating, takes 2 to stay. No, it actually doesn't take 2 to stay. It doesn't. She's teaching. I don't think you're listening to what she's marketing this as. She's not saying I'm teaching you to leave. She said, I'm teaching you how to endure infidelity from your spouse. She's teaching you how to tolerate cheating. So no, there's no scam here. This is what she did. The scam would be if you signed up for it and paid the money and you didn't get what she's offering. She doesn't have to take him back. She's still married to him. She's still married. She hasn't left this man. She's still married to him. See, look, even Bossip got it right. She's looking to coach other women when coping with infidelity of their partners. She's teaching you how to cope with cheating. Now, we can say this is wrong. We can say it's janky. I don't think it's a scam, though, because look at what she's offering. Following her public breakup, Danae has been on a press run about reclaiming her time after her ex-husband Derek was caught up in multiple cheating scandals throughout the course of their marriage. Now she's aiming to help other women. She's aiming to help other women survive the serial cheaters in their life. She's helping you to survive the serial cheaters in their life. Where is the scam? But it comes at a hefty price. This week, On-Site took notice of the $4,997 Danae is charging. If she's scamming, y'all need to go tell Andrew Tate and Kevin Samuels and all of those other bandits that they scamming too. I mean, you can't ask Worm Food nothing. He too busy feeding the bugs, but y'all know what I'm saying. Nobody said Andrew Tate was scamming when he was charging $5,000 for the bandits to come in through his boot camp. Nobody said they were scamming. Now, do I think that this is ethical? No. No, I don't. But does she have a right to open up a business helping women deal with cheating? Yeah, she do. And she can put whatever price she wants on them. She can't force you to pay this price. You either pay the price or you don't. Now, where she's scamming is here, where she's telling you she's going to teach you to profit from your pain when really she's profiting from your pain. Now, this is the scam. This is the scam right here. This is where the scam is. Okay. If you want to scam where she's saying profit from your pain, where Danae is charging for her personal one-on-one coaching sessions, which are said to teach customers how to profit from your pain. Here's the scam right here. Because the only people who's profiting from the pain is Danae Jackson and Derek Jackson. These are the only people profiting from the pain. Screenshots taken from the website show the price point she's charging for programs within what she calls her infidelity recovery boot camp. But she didn't just come out with this after the divorce. She came out with this. Didn't she come out with this before Derek Jackson announced that he was divorcing her? I don't know. Y'all give me the timeline. I think she came out this before Derek Jackson announced that he was divorcing her. She did. But this is where the scam is. She can't teach you how to profit from your pain. What is she going to do to teach you how to profit from your pain? What Danae is going to profit from your pain. That's who's going to profit. Now, her one-on-one coaching is $5,000, okay? According to her website, Danae hopes to help those who are interested to learn how she recovered from infidelity, sharing the 5 benefits a customer will get out of enrolling in her online course. There are also a number of services she offers on the site, including her 40 days and 40 nights of healing, which costs 2 payments, so just under $1,000 a month. A bundle that includes her book and 3 personal one-on-one sessions a week for 2 payments of $3,500 a month, or one-on-one coaching sessions for $4,997. So the bundle that includes her book and a one-on-one session for a week, that's the $7,000 one. That's $7,000. Okay. If anybody doesn't want to pay this, they don't have to pay it. They don't have to pay it. But look, some people already put on here that she's responding to. And she said, when I fasted and prayed on it for 52 days, I was given clear direction on my $495 standard fee and my one-on-one standard fee. So she's saying God told her to charge y'all this money. She's no different than Creflo Dollar, TD Jakes, and all of those other pastoral pimps out there. She's no different than them. If y'all go say Danae Jackson is scamming, then y'all need to get about the church and let it go bankrupt. She ain't scamming no more than your average black pastor is at the end of the day. Then she said, my price is my price, my time, and the clinical professionals that I've partnered with time is valuable. So she's claiming the reason why she's charging this price is because she's employed some clinical professionals. But up here, well, she is just saying one-on-one coaching. She ain't saying who it's with. But the thing is, Christian black women are going to sign up for this. They are. They're going to. Just as sure as they flood the church and pay tithes and give their money to all of these pastors, they're going to do the same with Danae Jackson. Danae Jackson ain't no different than your average black pastor. Let me say it again. If Danae Jackson is scamming, then you need to go to church and tell your pastor that they scamming, and you need to walk about the church, because that's a scam too. And of course, she's going to come back and say God told her that that's the price that she should charge. Just like Creflo Dollar told y'all that God told him that he needed that jet and that y'all needed to fund that jet. Let me see that y'all give Creflo Dollar the money for his jet. How much was he asking for? Let me see if Black Christians gave Creflo Dollar the money for his no, he shut down the campaign for it. But he was asking for a $65 million jet. No, and he wasn't looking for 1 million. He was looking for 65 million. Themis said, not Jesus told her the price. I need to talk to people who've taken the bundle. I know I need to too. I want to talk to the special person who paid $7,000 for some coaching from Danae. That's what I want to find. But when Creflo Dollar asked y'all for $65 million, y'all said, let God deal with him. I remember because I talked about this. And the response from Black people was, oh, well, if he's scamming, just give him the money and let God deal with him. That's what the whole narrative was. Just give him the $65 million. And if he's scamming, God will deal with him. Why can't y'all deal with Danae Jackson the same way? Why can't Danae Jackson get the same? And it's like, I know I'm being petty. I know I'm being petty. So y'all don't even I know I'm being petty. So let's not. Part of me is being petty. I told y'all every time Petty calls, I have to answer. By this time, y'all should already know I'm going to do something petty in every live stream. Y'all have to know that I'm going to do something petty in every single live stream at this point. I can't help but be petty sometimes. So part of me is being petty. Part of me is, but not really, because really the scam is in the Black church. The scam is in the Black church. I really don't see much difference. I know it's petty for me to bring up Creflo Dollar's $65 million. I already know that. But it's still true, though. I feel like it's petty, but it's also true. I really do. Because if we have a problem with Danae Jackson saying God told her to charge this money, why are y'all tithing in the church then? Like, what do y'all think those pastors are doing with your money that you tithing, your 10%? Like, you got pastors sending people bills for money, talking about that y'all owe some tithes over the years. You got pastors trying to sue y'all for money that they not entitled to. So I just don't know why Danae Jackson is scamming. And we can say she's scamming. She is. If she's telling you she's going to teach you how to profit off your pain, she's not teaching you how to do that. She doesn't know how to do that. The only person, like I said, who's going to profit off your pain is Danae Jackson. And that's the same thing as pastors who link up with these Christian Black people who think that they can buy their way into heaven because their character and behavior ain't gonna get them there. It just is what it is. That's why you have all of these Christian tithing all this money, because they're trying to buy their way into heaven because they know they go be judgmental. They not go be gentle, kind, humble, weak, and patient. They go fornicate as much as they want to. They go act like Krishan Rock, and then on Sunday they go sit up and do these praise and worships. That's what they gonna do, and that's exactly what they're gonna do. Or they're gonna sit up on panels like the Christian women that was on Themis's panel, and they're gonna justify abuse, but then they're gonna say they're saved, sanctified, and holy. They're gonna sit up and tell people as a Christian woman to eat a dick, so you're encouraging people to engage in fornication, but you go pretend that you're sanctified, saved, and holy. That's what you're gonna do. That's what they're gonna do. I'm telling y'all, that's exactly what they're going to do. Yeah, they are. It is being petty, but it's literally the same. I want to come up here and I want to drag Danae Jackson. I want to, but she's not doing anything that a Christian pastor wouldn't do. She ain't doing nothing. Actually, this is low level. Like, remember what was that Christian who was talking about, that Christian pastor who during the pandemic, he came out talking about Joel Osteen? Was that Joel Osteen who came out talking about, oh, y'all are still obligated to tithe even though you in the pandemic and you can't work? What Christian pastor was that who was doing that? Tia M said we should go fund Sin to take the course for fun. I surely would. If y'all want me to go take that dumb course and come back and report on it, I really would. I would go do it. Oh no, that's Mo said, hot take. I believe they are still together and she is the mastermind. Hell, she was his tutor. He's not smart. They have bills, so he's simply transforming his audience to her. I think you're spot on. Listen, you can see that Danae is smart and you can see that she's a very good writer. She is a very good writer. Just go read her. If you go read her psychotic stuff that she was posting, she's a very good writer. I don't believe that. I ain't even read Derek Jackson's books, and I don't need to know that Danae Jackson likely had the majority of the input on him. I absolutely don't need to read his books to have read over Danae Jackson's Instagram and to know that she's probably the brains behind his book. I think you're absolutely spot on. Oh no, that's Mo. I think you're absolutely spot on. I think he is transferring the audience to her. I think he is. But Derek Jackson has his own courses called for men, talking about being an evolved male. Now, if you community dick and you can't even be faithful in your marriage, then you clearly ain't an evolved male. But look, they had Kevin Samuels teaching them with 2 failed marriages. So, I mean, it's nothing for Derek Jackson to try to teach somebody to be a whole evolved man. But you had twice failed marriage, having Kevin Samuels, who was too broke to be a provider and racked up a child support bill for his daughter that he wasn't paying, who was sitting there telling black men how to be high value and telling black women how to get married. So anybody in the community can be anything. Now, clearly he's transitioned on to being worm food, but at the end of the day, maybe now he's teaching the worms how to be high value worms. Do y'all think he teaching the bugs how to be high value? I'm telling y'all, listen, okay, let me stop. Sometimes I can't help it. I'm gonna stop because that's actually mean. That's actually going past petty. That's just petty on it, but he probably is. Maybe he is teaching the bugs how to be high value, but we don't know. Maybe he's talking to the Dusties in Afterlife, telling them how to be a dead high value bandit. I don't know. Maybe he is, but maybe he is. Maybe he ain't. We just don't know. But I think he could be. But nonetheless, if they had Kevin Samuels being their guru for a high, you don't even meet the qualifications of your own high value man qualifications. You don't even meet them. Bandits, you're not going to be in a group of men who are costing the government $50 billion, but you're talking about high value men. Where? Just because you can say it don't mean that you can embody it. Miss Kirsten, I don't see your super chat. Just type into the comments what you said on your super chat, because I'm trying to find it. Oh, y'all, hold on. I gotta go. Thank y'all. Bye. I gotta go.